be in Pro League or not. I hope my boy doesn't let the nerves get to him. What's up, Cryptic? That was an old story, Rich Minion Bob, but yeah, I mean, unfortunately I did. Shit happens. Shit happens, man. How do you add text? Watching, stomping, play, pro, league. This is a very ugly font. Holy shit. Hold on. How do I change this shit? I'm gonna put it like that. Alright, let's watch this match, bro. Let's watch his match, man. It's on the Pro League account, right? The Pro League stream. Yeah. Damn, they're getting fucked.
C4 onto the player in double window, net them a kill, they double peek the gang solar window, they got the trade for it, you know, little things like that, just those little kind of spices of aggression being thrown into the mixture. That worked out really well from G2, so that's what they need to keep doing. They need to keep that up, keep up that pressure.
Well, the first, can it lead to anything beyond it? Obviously now with the sort of warden removal, targeting stomping, how dare they? Well, actually, we've seen Doki on it a couple of times as well at this point, but still, we've got to play towards the crowd, don't we, Demo?
Yeah, you see a Grim bandit even play Grim?
I'm double checking that right now. I have seen one.
Yo! Alright, I'm reading chat now. What's up, boys? I couldn't see chat for the first 2 minutes. What up, Moon? What up, Crispy? Peak, my boy Rich Minion Bob, my boy Cryptic.
Sure, but
Appreciate the IG follow. I got you. What up, PV? This controller or PC? This is PC, my boy. This is actual Pro League.
And again, the DMR of the Twitch as well is pretty strong. Just for holding down angles.
It's Twitch or it's Dockerby for my money. Dockerby has also been part of their approach, and
It's a good joke
it's
up.
one of the things that if you want G2 to be confident on swinging back in.
Damn, they changed the G2 roster like crazy. Did they get rid of
out of secret? Because them not being able to have
what's that dude's name?
swing motion, which is something Secret do very, very well, you're taking their confidence away.
Who was on G2, bro? He was on the same roster with like Pengu at one point. I can't think of his name right now. I'm brain farting.
It's the first time we've seen a shield brought towards the forecourt here, and are they going to try and maybe?
Why can I not think of that guy's name?
So they can bring it after the
Someone knows what I'm talking about.
Process. They get now 2 rounds to run this black bit in, see what they can make stick.
That's it.
Doki sticks.
Hell yeah, Doki. Hell yeah.
That's what it's all about now for G2.
Do they do PC checks before every match? Yeah, you have to run this software called Moss, and it makes sure that you're not cheating when you're playing pro matches. You think Stompin is the next big PC pro? I definitely think he's good enough to be in pro. I mean, he's on G2, bro. G2 is a solid ass team. Fabian? No, not Fabian. I can't think of the dude's name, bro. He was just on the old G2 roster, like before they dropped. There's 2 different people on the team now. Who, bro? Someone that watches Pro League.
Got a kill as of yet, and there's only a minute left. Oh,
ooh, close for the fight, and picked back up as Stompin re-enters the building, and Noah gets another one. So it was a bit of a risk there from Stompin.
Pengu? No. I would know Pengu. Put up a stereo. Their old IGL. No. Not the old OG G2 roster. I'm talking about this guy was on G2 like a month ago.
Holding on.
Why did Spoit leave M80? I mean, it's a business. It probably had to do with his contract.
But they are just playing for the swing now and get swung. 2 rounds in a row here for G2. They've pulled this one back. That 3-3 looking.
When you're running Dreamlight Valley again.
Yeah, it's looking good. They've got that momentum now. 2 rounds, I think, on the shallow defense.
Uno, yes, Uno. Thank you. I don't know why I couldn't think of Uno's name, bro. I feel bad. I played with him once. My fault, Uno. I don't know why I couldn't think of his name for a second. I was brain farting.
To take what they want, take it soon. This is a perfect example. Doki gets that opening pick.
Is Uno on a different pro league team now, or is he just a free agent, or is he like a analyst coach or some shit for G2 now?
For G2, it's a better mentality this time around. And Secret you have to look at them and start questioning.
Just for money, yeah. It's pro league, my boy.
Are you not expecting G2 to get a little bit aggro now, considering you've dominated them for 3 rounds? Something needs to change in the Secret camp now.
It's always that sort of split, right? Is now the time to
Yeah, I have the mix amp for my A40s.
The team is still in a good position here, and regardless of how this round goes, yeah, it would.
From being a nobody to move into a different country for pro league.
They get that free mental reset. They get that.
Oh yeah, the G2 house is in Europe, yeah.
Break up a little bit of G2's momentum, which is maybe what they're hoping as their own one has petered out. It wasn't a million miles away the last round, but you compare it with how Secret had such a good control over those fights and when they were.
You know what I don't get though is Stompin could make 100K a month if this kid would just turn on his face cam on stream and stream all day. He's just doing this shit for the love of the game, bro. You gotta respect it. He's just doing this shit for the love of the game, man. Damn, he actually got the plan off. What the hell?
Has come through, the glass popped a couple of shots, and this just is a very, very tough retake at this point. That is almost a trade. June goes down, and it's going to be tricky to get him up when he's the only.
Holy shit, he's sticking it. He's sticking it. He's sticking it. No way. No way. No way. Good shit, Blaz.
What was that? Was that a 3v4 whenever that defuse happened? There were still 7 people alive on the server?
Yep.
What cam do I use? Logitech Brio.
Secret have tried a classic rush. Nothing.
What's good, David? How you been? I'm good.
It's pretty simple.
How are you?
It works. Except that time. That is a play that works. 1 in 10. Or it doesn't
it's
work.
In Finland.
9 times out of 10 it works.
Oh, he's like a sub. Gotcha.
Yeah, just nobody reacting at all there from Secret.
Good looking. I got you.
I mean, I would have to go back and see the position of the play. Yeah, I think that's it, right? Because so that retake is really, really hard.
Am I still banned from the main R6 channel? I believe so, yeah. I put my G Fuel code in the chat and they banned me.
It's not a tough cover, right? You can get yourself above. If you want to try and put the pressure, you can do it all external.
You gotta get stomped in the stag. I played with him a few times.
Because of how many people are still alive.
Bro, I've known Stompin since he was like 13, 14, bro. I remember I used to verse him in like those Go For and the Face It tourneys all the time. A lot of the people that used to play those Face It and the Go For tourneys are in Pro League now. That's crazy. Gobi Lax is in Pro League. My boy Rival's in Pro League. Stompin's pro now. There's a lot of people like from that era of Xbox tourneys that are in pro now. My boy Leader's in pro. Users is in pro. Who else? I've had a bunch of friends that were in pro league at one point, not like active anymore though. How's he doing? Stompin is 4 and 5.
Yeah.
They just switched to attack though. We'll see how they do in attack. Wizard and Krex. I never played with Wizard. But yeah, he came from Xbox. What team does Wizard play for? I don't even know.
To recover from where they were. Secret open up first 3 rounds.
I don't think. Maybe I did play with Krex. I don't know.
They take the next ring.
Oh, Cryptic Runner. Cryptic Runner made Pro League at one point too. I don't know where that guy is though. I don't know if he still plays Siege or not. That Stomp ever want to go for? I don't know.
That you have to go up against now. Looking at the bans, G2, they banned the Fenrir. That screams we're gonna see some backstabs.
Krex plays for Wolves. Oh, that's dope, bro. My boy Leader plays on that team.
Well, he's gonna find a fight, but Doki does get the trade. Stomping.
That's dope, bro. 2 people that came from Xbox are on the same team.
The G2 players are starting to fall right in front.
My boy Surf is in Pro League. He's on the team with Canadian. Who else is on that team?
Ow. I felt that. Felt that through the game.
Damn. The best of 1, I believe so.
That was brilliant.
things fell apart.
If you guys are new to my TikTok, make sure you drop a follow.
You said they were going to try the sort of sneak approach.
If you got a
there. They
good
also
contract, would you go
obviously
pro?
had
100%, yeah.
the Nook.
If I actually had a good contract, yeah.
To control some of the flanks round as well. Nothing that we saw from the side of Secret, who are much more
Like if G2 or like
takes and take what they needed and lock it down,
or like Space Station Gaming, like a big org, gave me a contract tomorrow. They're like, yo, 5K a month, 4K a month to play for us. 100%.
We saw play out, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I think
But that's why like I never wanted to go for Pro League, because I'll probably get picked up by like Wildcard or like OXG, and my contract is 1,000 a month.
Which obviously Alabama the Nook, he was looking for that. What's another op rare that can do similar things to Fenrir? Oh, the Melusi.
What made you not go
So
pro like
Melusi
this?
has just been provided
If you go pro,
almost that substitute,
well,
has
I mean,
she,
you could
so
sit here and argue whether I'm good enough or not. I don't really care, but
looking for these entrances
if you go
inside
pro, you have to
the
scrim
maximum
every single
size.
fucking day.
That's
Like
not gonna
your
happen.
entire life becomes
If they
this
still
video
don't play
game.
that way, you have to then try and adapt like a Brava. You know, Brava, perfect counter to Melusi. You can hack them, and then they'll also start working for you, which is also great. So if G2 want to continue on with that playstyle, you need that operator fit it in. But then again, it's an operator that you have to sacrifice for someone else. So I wouldn't be surprised if they change up their game plan.
Bro saying this like he's
It's
good
also, I mean,
enough.
it's the same
Do your research on me.
that we
That's all I
saw
gotta
from the
say.
side of
For
BDS
60K a
and
year.
Secret yesterday on this map.
Um,
The barricades and Fenrir gone.
but, like,
Melusi was the next one they got rid of, so it's not.
it depends if you win the tourneys or not. Like, you're guaranteed. The way Pro League works, bro. You're guaranteed a monthly salary, but like everyone's different, bro. You know what I mean? It's like being like an NFL player. It's the same shit.
They are responding themselves.
There's people in Pro League, their contract is like 500 a month. They're not making shit. And then there's people in Pro League probably making like 10K a month.
G2, you know,
And then on top of like
they
whatever,
have that-
you know,
that style, don't they? You know, I don't think their style
the
has
tourney
changed massively on a
money.
map like Shelly, even with the addition of Stompin', you know, Alamau,
If you win the
Loki,
6th Invitational, bro, you're probably pocketing like
still looking the same way as what they
300K.
have been for the, you know, the past 3 to 6 months. So it's not, you know, Stompin' coming in isn't going to drastically change that. Obviously,
My bench,
ambitions as well,
440.
and a role that Stompin', you know, has been put on as well.
How do teams even
Great,
find you if you
so
don't
he's
do
put
social
Stompin',
media?
you know, playing
It's
ace a lot
kind of
of the
hard,
time.
bro.
Now you look at a map like Charlotte,
It's really all connections. Just knowing the right people and trying to make a name for yourself. It's a lot harder though if you're not like known. You know what I mean?
Pressure
At the end of the day,
starting from
too,
the top floor.
it is a business.
With Noah gone, they're not
So,
gonna be too
you know,
active
G2
from their
picking up
engagement.
Stompin' is just gonna put so many eyeballs on
Gonna say that,
G2.
as
That's
pressure started, it's almost
a
immediately
really good
stopped.
pickup for
Instead,
them.
focus on the window. It's
Wonder how
time to
much
get
he's
some of the
making,
groundwork and
how much
the
his contract
groundwork
is.
done. They're inside and they're off towards it. Demo, look at
Damn,
the
little
push. He's
2K,
just
little
going
2K.
and going. Loira. Massive performances recently.
Let's spectate Stompin'. What are we doing?
There's another feather for his cap. A 5 versus 1. Now, okay. I said I'm not going to
Yes,
call
I
this
am,
an
Aaron.
easy hold in a post-launch demo. This one, there couldn't be an easier one.
Yeah, there's just no way. Look, G2 again, opportunity spotting to the max. Loira sees that gap.
I see popping up on my IG all the
Immediately
time
into
with
sight,
Siege
opens
and
up for his
Jim.
team.
Good to catch your stream. Welcome, bro.
Just classic G2 round, I think. You know, from all accords, just everything there. We've seen it all.
Welcome,
before from
welcome.
G2. That's the level they can play to. That's the kind of Brazil magic that this team has, of course.
Is Stompin' streaming? No, he's in the middle of a fucking Pro League match, bro.
You guys should play a little bit more off traps and resources for a site over there like a Goyo or something, just to have this
What up,
first
Lily?
layer denial for us, you know, so we can have more time to play because our reactions are being good and the lucky round that they're getting is basically just based on that, you know. So more.
If I played against Big Stomp, I played with him, against him. I used to be in the old Xbox tourneys, like the tourneys now are like the roller Saturdays, whatever, like those Jinxie tourneys. But before Jinxie was Jinxie, they used to be called Go Fours and Facets, and I played a fuck ton of those, bro. And yeah, like every week I'd verse Stompin'. Or he played. I don't know if he played a lot of Go Fours. I don't really remember versing him in Go Fours, but I played him a few times in Facet, and then I played ranked with him a few times. They're all in the same crib. I'm pretty sure G2 has a gaming house. He doesn't read TikTok chat type shit. You think he deserved pro? Yeah, dude. I remember even like when I versed this kid in Facet, he's always been nasty. Lily, thank you for the gifts. Jared, I appreciate the follow. Loki, I appreciate the follow. Stompin' was always good. What up, Jake? Who you got winning? I got my money on G2. 4-4 though.
So that's going to be their two trap operators just to stop these solo players from G2 being able
Bro,
to
people in here don't know how good you used to be. Used to be is crazy. I'm still good.
And also Jim with a nice
Who do you think is the
little
best
bit
pro?
of aggression. He's just head straight out the window. He's looking for
Statistically, bro, probably Shaiko.
the single window. Oh, the fadeaway drop from Jum will net a kill onto Alamal. That's a great start for Secret.
I mean, couldn't really ask for a better one there. Obviously,
How do you play Face It on Siege? Those Face It tourneys don't exist anymore. First pick, hell yeah. Hell yeah, hell yeah. The stomping playing, yeah.
Well, they've just snuck right into the site. Loira, he's gonna find a fight on piano, and he trades it out. Oh, it was so close, but look. Now they have pulled apart the site itself. They know where the two players roughly are.
Stomping got a kill, last one solo.
Stomping gets Doom on the far side. Doki doesn't look like
That's terrible timing. Damn. 1v1, does Stomping win his ones, chat? Does Stomping win his one, chat? Stomping wins his ones. Good shit. Yeah, drink that water, son. Drink that water. Stay locked in, gang.
There you go.
Why does he low-key look like Bolo? What the fuck? Like young Bolo.
Jinxie's trading that kid in the 1v1s. He knows what to do. He always wins them.
I'm hearing the rosters. You, Mingo, Eno, Word, and Truman for that roller tourney. That actually wouldn't be a bad stack.
First of all, Secret, how are they just walking in again?
That's an old head stack, bro. Yeah, I remember during quarantine. Me, Pina, Truman, and Word like all hit single digit on console. And this was rank 1.0 too. It wasn't rank 2.0. Bro, because like I literally lived in my room, and every time I hopped on, these guys would be doing the same shit. They're just in their room all day playing ranked. Like that, I think we played 1,000 matches in one season, and all of us were like top 10. Word was like number 3. Truman was number 1. I think Pina was like 8 or 9. I was 10. Stompin' needs the Mew. Wegu in the chat. What up, Wegu? Yeah, that's an old head stack. I'd be down for that, bro. You think Stompin' will stay with G2 for a while? I don't know. I mean, he's not playing bad, bro. Like, I definitely think he's a good pickup. It's also a good business move, too, because he's like a celebrity in the Siege com. So it's really good for G2 to have a player like that, like a celebrity player. Makes them a lot of money. At the end of the day, it is a business, you know what I mean?
So far, it's been used once as well. It's
Let me kill Stomping guy. He's 6 and 6.
Persistent problem, but it might be a problem removed for them.
I've been playing against Word a lot recently. He's not too bad compared to what he used to be. Well, I mean, he's one. You're probably versing him when he's drunk. I don't really think he fucking. I don't really think he. I don't really think he plays anymore. But he was Zim, bro. He was nasty on Zim. I don't know if he's that good on controller. Bro, the old Xbox tourneys were so good. Asian, Room, Rival, Abdul, U, Truman, Kobe, Jabez, Kiwi. Yeah. Abdul used to fucking shit on me, bro. Every time I ever versed Abdul, he always shit on me. That guy was nasty. That's another person I used to play with that made Pro League, bro. Asian. My roommate's side doesn't play the game anymore either. Oh, that's who I should get in the controller tourney. Imagine having to cheat. And bro, those Xbox tourneys, those old Xbox tourneys, everybody used to be Zim. Everybody was Zim.
Because Loira has been having a great bit of entry play here, but they haven't quite had the shot.
There was more Zims than controllers in those like the Face It and Go For tourneys.
Gets the first. It's a bit later than they probably wanted because they're not really.
Bro, Stompin' used to Zim at one point.
That they've taken a hold and control of is minimal. They might have shepherded some
Abdul's top 5, no debate. Oh yeah.
You still gotta hop on towards the site with big vertical.
Nah, Abdul was cracked. I'm not even fucking with you, bro. Like, every time I ever versed Abdul in the Face It, I only versed him like 2 or 3 times, I think. But he would always drop 10 kills plus. I remember this one time I versed him. And it It was like during like the LMG meta when everyone's playing like Zofia LMG, Finka LMG on the 1.5 scope. Dude, he went Zofia LMG for 7 rounds in a row and dropped like fucking 15 kills. Shit on all of us. What protein powder do I use? I don't drink that shit.
They get the recollection because it's perfectly shown on the picture-in-picture that is cold and frozen outside, and it looks very low.
I literally got into an argument because someone said stomping didn't ever zoom. I mean he was controller for a long time, but like at one point he did. I mean the kid's in Pro League right now playing on a mouse and keyboard. He clearly learned how to. Maybe he's a quick learner, bro. Maybe he's a quick learner, man. Damn, G2's up 6-2. Hell yeah, Doki.
Don't punch that monitor, Doki. Do not punch that one. We already seen you last one. I thought he was gonna go through that one as well.
Next time Tim goes up to do
I was
content,
playing with MX7 Vital the other day. Oh, whatever happens to that guy? I used to play with him a little bit.
with a hand print in
Yeah, he's a quick learner. Yeah.
So close.
Yeah, there's so many people in Pro League. There's so many people in Pro League that used to zim. I ain't gonna say too much besides the one people already know, like the ones people already know. But there's like I could probably name 10 people that were zim that are in Pro League now. What's Stompin's KD? He's 7 and 6.
It's 10 seconds left, and they've gone. We just have to run in.
Well, one more round and they win. They're going basement. How are they gonna attack this? They have no hard breach. Alright, Blaz is on thermite. They got the ram for vert. They got stomping on Capita, but they have stomping on like a flex roll. Like a low-key fuck with it. They got my demos. They sneak this. I'm not sneak dissing nobody. What mic is that? It is a HyperX Quadcast. Blur, thank you for the tier 1. Dude, almost all of TRG are in Mexican Pro League. Oh, is that like Ivan and them? Is that the team I'm thinking of? Yeah.
It's good thing he's here because he's settling in greatly. You know, he really is, and I think it's something that they needed. You know,
Kobe lags, yeah, Kobe, yeah, Kobe used to zim like crazy. But like that's like a known one because of that Jinxie clip where he's like saying Kobe lags zimmed.
Something that they needed. They needed a young gunner again.
I mean, there he is getting the entrance, but the team played to bait that opening, so they didn't quite know that he was.
Yo, if you guys are new to my TikTok, make sure you drop a follow, bro.
Pick up the final piece.
Drop a follow. We're almost at 300K on TikTok. We're like 9,000 off, I think. Damn, we got shit on.
They're playing the same games of bait against each other and seeing who.
What happened to Boots? He still plays PC a little bit. I was playing with him not too long ago, like Boots, Jabates. Those guys still play a little bit. Yo, my boy K-Sim, Jonathan, Pank, and T-Cern. I appreciate the follows. 4 follows, 4 claps, baby. Good looks.
He might be able to get at least one more player by surprise, and yeah, he'll be stuck. But he'll be taking so much time out.
They got a minute 30. They could low-key still win this. I think this is Team Secrets round though. They have to suck to throw this right now, bro. I don't think there's like any walls open. Yeah, there's no walls open, bro. They gotta suck to throw this. I'm not gonna lie.
Just in general reinforced walls that need to be dealt with.
What happened to your views? What do you mean?
They have not went in for the the hard breach play. They've got.
Did Jabates give up on Pro League? I don't know. I'm not really like insanely close with that guy. Like I'm cool with him, but I don't really talk to him like that. I'm pretty sure he still plays comp though. Is Kaysen better than Stompin? You fucking tell me. 500 viewers for real? Damn, son. Yeah, I knew I was gonna get a lot of viewers because people want to watch Stompin play Pro League, but 500 is crazy. Yo, drop a follow if you're new, bro. Drop a follow if you're new. I'm almost at 300K on TikTok. It takes not even half a second to drop a follow and support me, man. Oh, that Wamai just saved his life. That is crazy, bro. They're gonna win this round because of a Wamai gadget. A disc, whatever the fuck that shit's called. Does someone called Alfie edit your videos? No. My editor's name is Jada.
great smoke utility.
This shit stomp.
He does get one more, but he's caught by the
Yeah,
trade.
this is a
Good
secrets
mine.
round.
Double from stomping isn't quite going to be enough.
Yeah. I told you, bro. They have to suck to throw that round. They're in like a really good spot.
Just a missed timing.
That's crazy though. That Capital bolt got caught by the Wamai disc. If that Wamai literally just won them the round, I think. Because then the guy dropped connector and he died to Wamai. How many people requested the 400k channel point for a follow on IG? I don't think I've gotten it once since I put it up. Do I miss Old Siege? I do. But at the same time, I think I just miss being like a kid on this game. Stomping's about to drop 10. I think I just miss being a kid. Like this game was Old Siege and also playing the game like in its prime, like year 2, year 3 at how old was I? Like 13, 14 years old. That was like peak Siege for me. I don't mind Siege nowadays, but like it was so different like 7 years ago. Like every time you try to push a door, there's gonna be a Fenrir gadget on it, a fucking Azami. There's head holes, feet holes. You know, like you get smacked by like 20 fucking gadgets when you try walking through a door. Like back in those days, bro, all you had to worry about was just a cap cannon and a frost mat. That was literally it. You could actually walk through a door without getting smacked by Thor's cock. You know what I mean? And there was no ace. There was no ace. It was only like Hibana and Thermite. So playing Xbox Gold Force back in year 2, 3 was peak. Oh yeah. What team is stomping? G2. Kinda hope this game goes overtime. I want to see it go all the way. Yeah, I'm 21. Is this finals? It's just like a how do I explain it? It's like a
we need the teams that we have a lot of possibility in. Teams that
it's like the regular season.
who bring the game to each other.
You know what I mean? This is for like placements for you get what I'm trying to say?
You know, some of the reasons took off as they did.
This is just like the regular season. It's just for like placements.
Competitively and so consistently, and this has been
Usually the finals or like whatever like tournament they have with the big prize pools at the end of the season when they like actually host it in person.
But as long as they are still in,
With Stomp and dropping 9 and 7. He's got the most kills on his team.
and they're gonna hope to get a 1-2 punch here as they did before. A little bit too high. They know a player is close.
Qualifiers, yes. That's the word I'm looking for.
Trying to get the catch on the Grismot. The freeze on the wall itself isn't going to do much apart from make a player a bit uncomfortable.
Damn.
But nothing's more uncomfortable than being shot in the face. Looks for a
Peeking that Mav hole is not the play, man.
Yeah, that's a really important pick as well. The Maverick gone off the
You think
board.
G2 is gonna make finals? I don't really watch Europe Pro League like that, so I don't really watch Pro League in general, but let alone like EU Pro League, I don't really watch that much. So I don't know how good their competition is.
Oh wait, they just can't. They have to try and play off their kills now.
Come on, Stomp. Lock in, bro.
It's still the ticking time that worries me more than anything because Secret
Am I getting a charm? Probably never. What's good, Dylan? Yeah, make sure y'all drop a follow on my TikTok if you're new. I'm almost at 300k. This is going OT. Yeah, this is going OT. I'm gonna go grab some food real quick.
It was a perfect tactical bait. They knew G2 would fall for it and get caught, and as they start to fall all over the map, it leaves just Doki. Does get one more for his tally, but he's got to have a quad within 15 seconds, and he doesn't quite get it. We are going to overtime.
Yeah, great job there from Secret. Joom, massive pick onto the Maverick. You know, from there, that is where the issues started to appear for G2. They could not get through that upstairs hold. The wall was electrified, even had the Tabaru as well. Was able to freeze it, even if there was a classic Thatcher, which you don't really see these days anyway, but just in case, Secret had all that covered. But yeah, just the upstairs hold, you lose that Maverick, you have to just try and walk through doorways and play off kills. And they took their time. I think that was the main thing. They just didn't have enough time to kind of change gear and go for that play style. You know, they needed to be set up a lot quicker, having their crossfires. You know, maybe they could have done with somebody over towards double window, for example, and again, that rotate, you know, you have to feel sorry for him. That didn't work out. Wasn't able to get through it, and yeah, it was a sitting duck, but still, Secret, much better from them. Have to highlight Joom. Great opening pick.
Now, we said a while ago that this is a map that's probably going to play towards attackers more than defenders. And with 2 even halves and traded big blocks as well, it's really been generically one way or the other, with only a single break in the middle for Secret between the, you know, 6 rounds or whatever of G2.
Oh, look at this. Disgusting.
Disgusting.
This is the issue with the Clash that I believe Fett highlighted pretty well, is the spawn peak potential that you get with this operator. You just set up shop into a very high traffic spawn location, and there ain't much really the attackers can do against this. So yeah, nice attempt there by Joom, but nobody from G2 is falling for that trick here today.
I think Chalet is always one of those maps where you are just cautious on the
What are we
approach.
watching?
I think
Read
we are
the
gonna see this.
middle of the
I think
screen.
It's going to be worse on maps where you're not as expecting it as much, because people will peek that window whatever's happening, especially when you're up against a Joom. You just sort of expect it to happen. But yeah, you and Vet entirely right. We are in for a hell world. We are looking at pressure on towards Ivy. They're getting their drones in. As I said, the time management for G2 has been a bit stop and start at points before. They're going to see if they can try and break the mold. If they can get this one over the line, it sets them up for a really good position. Trade and pressure and utility, and Alamau does fight too. Fighting his way through. It's the play on the Clash, and they are just executed in a box of fire, and what a snap that was. Adrian pops up the stairs to get Stompin and peels himself away, but as Blaz gets savage, and Adrian is fighting every direction. I said time management had been a bit of a worry, but that was so sharp there from G2.
Yeah, sharp from Alamau. Again, classic from him. Sees an opportunity, takes it, opens up the round for his team. Traditional G2 attack. You know,
They win that round.
Point for Alamau, of course, again. So, yeah, G2 impressive. That's their style of Siege. That's the style that is done so well, not just only in European level, but of course internationally as well. You know, this is, you know, over the year. Yes, I know I've said that G2 that, you know, we've stunk for a while, but still. You look back to Invite last year, you know, they still made a pretty good run, and that's because the style that they have does do very well internationally. It was really
G2 won W.
where G2 hit a couple of
Yo, no way they sell, right? No way they sell.
to see that, hey, on a map like Chalet, it's still
Somebody seen you were clean shaved. Bro, yeah, my beard grows back hella fast.
surprising me here. Good round from G2.
What's good, old bye?
7-6.
How we doing, Bradley? We're doing good, bro. I'm grubbing.
Well, I said they'll put themselves in a good stead. Last time they were on defense, it was 3 straight lockouts from them towards the end of it.
Sup, Brad? Just stopping by to say Daddy still owns you, undefeated against you in rank currently. You want a fucking cookie?
At this point, the removals ahead of us as they are. Need to be in this position to push this one towards.
Yo, drop a follow on my TikTok if you're new. At work, I had to make a bathroom stop when I seen you were live. He's taking a shit right now. Angie, thank you for the gift.
Yeah.
Is it not like
What up, Lean?
you have to sit there and think, Secret,
Thoughts on new Siege? It's alright.
surely you have to be at some point expecting Loira and Alamau just to try and look for that. You know, I think it's a massive issue for Secret, and they've lost 3 rounds because of that.
It's almost, I can't remember what the conversation sparked from. We were talking about having a player that's confident enough to go for that.
You ever thought of going
need
pro?
that bravado,
I have a bunch of
and
friends.
G2 have that, and they'll get rewards.
Bunch of friends that have gone pro.
Out of there. Just run. Nope. Almost had the cover from, I believe that was
I don't think it's worth it.
player on the rafters itself, but great take, and then the execute to pull back as well. They've sort of just removed a piece of the puzzle, and you know, you can't help but think Doki was a little bit out of position there with the hold that he had behind him.
Yeah, he thought he could maybe go for a quick swing, but whenever it's a Blackbeard trudging at you, you get a little bit panicky, and I think that's what happened for him. But again, yeah, the Savage on the shields. He's a shield player at the end of the day. He can play all of them in the locker, even though Monty and the Blitz is gone. Blackbeard is still so oppressive as an operator. We're well aware of that. We've seen that a lot today. The discussion around this operator at this stage, I'm sure, will just be an ongoing factor until eventually gets hit with a nerf. Des actually asked me about this on the weekend. The nades. That's the thing. The nades in this operator, the fact that he can utility clear.
Am I getting any more tattoos?
And get the kills.
I'm gonna get my ribs soon.
Well, the pressure starts.
Why do you think it's not worth it?
Across the top, and they're waiting
The money
for
isn't that good.
Stomp and get Savage, and Alamau gets Noah. Here, the
GG's.
fall into pieces. Demo
Stomping, baby!
screams in the smoke. He is the thing that
Stomping,
goes
baby!
in secret.
Stomping's 2-0 in Pro League.
Adrian.
The GOAT.
All that's left, praying and peppering bullets towards ghosts that are no longer his to find. And it is just the inevitable here. G2, they get themselves a win, but it was very heavily fought for.
Well, G2, think about what an opening 2 days for G2. A team that they've chopped and changed a lot of players over the past 2 years. That's what the desk has shown us. You bring in Stomp and you bring in someone with no experience at this level of the game. And boy, he has made one heck of an impact. So all credit to Stomp in his opening week. I think he's done all right for himself. So all credit to him. It's not easy coming in.
What's Stompin's KD? I think he went 7-9.
Will feel hard done by, but hey, they dropped a lot of rounds that they really shouldn't have.
Well, we got our first 1v1 stomping. We also got our third break.
That was a good game. What up, Ghosty? What's the next game? Best of 3. No, it's a best of 1. Would I ref siege? What do you mean would I ref siege? That'd be a commentator? Yeah, G2 won. Anyone know the next game? There's gonna be a post-game interview. You think they interview Stompin, or is it gonna be Doki? Probably Doki, yeah. Nah, I wouldn't be a commentator. From the UK? No. What do you think about COD? My bad, bro. It's hard to talk to you guys when I'm slamming food. I like OG CODs, not the new ones. What am I eating? Rice and steak. That protein, man. That protein. Top 3 games, in your opinion. Skyrim. Skate 3. And BO2. Four PM BDS versus who's on the second team? I don't even know what roster that is. His music is annoying as fuck. Where do I rank R6? I'd put R6 in my top 10, not top 3. If I was doing a top 10, we got Skate 3, Skyrim, BO2. I'd say BO2 and MW2 are even. It's like either one. I'd slap Gears of War on there, Halo 3 or Reach. What other games would I put on there? MW3. I didn't really like MW3 that much. Or it doesn't compare to MW2 or BO2 in my opinion. Left 4 Dead. Left 4 Dead was goated. I fuck with Left 4 Dead. Gears of War is low-key tough though. Yeah, I like Gears of War 2 and Gears of War 3. Anything after that kind of sucked though. We can't hear. It's just music playing. It's really just music, I think.
From the very start. It was everything we were hoping for, everything we were expecting. We saw absolutely everything. We saw lurks in sight, we saw big plays, we saw an ace jumping through a class shield, and it all went wrong. And we saw a ninja defuse on the side of G2.
No, do I shotgun a Sun Cruiser?
I thought Shallow was the perfect map to show these two
Just stomping top
teams. Really
frag.
the strength of these two teams, which isn't fundamental siege. It isn't get
I'm
the
not
fight
sure.
down, it isn't play the perfect siege. It's find the gaps, it's make
But
those
he
big
went
plays, have those
10 and
punches,
9.
take those gunfights, take those risks. And ultimately, we end up in overtime with G2 becoming the
Second
victors.
frag.
Watching those highlights, you see some really clear operator usage. You see the abuse of the shield with the Blackbird, you see the Dokkaebi, the Lions, the Deimos, everything that could crowd control. And on the defense, everything that could slow someone down, either operators that are anchors, like Mira, for example, either loads of traps to be aware of these players lurking, because both teams had the exact same play style, and in the end, it was all about who's got the best fragging power.
Yes, G2 really enjoying that global utility style as well to get these attacks over the board. Looking at, once again, a solid performance though from Lawyer. I mean, it was mentioned on the cast as well. Is he becoming the new Elamau in regards of the role he gets to play? Yeah, it was certainly a change. Obviously, even yesterday we saw Elamau play a lot of the Nook and a lot of that lurking potential.
Since when is a controller in Pro League? Who's gonna tell him? What up, Deck? I haven't played Gears of War since Xbox 360. Yeah, neither have I. Good, Troy. Favorite Bible verse? Romans 8:18. Dude, this food is dry as fuck. Ooh. I'm always eating. I'm always eating food.
I don't speak much of Brazilian Portuguese, but apparently you had an interview yesterday with Raza where you talked about all of your attacks being inspired by Shopify Rebellion. What is that about?
I think I was talking about the lair attack, because when we practiced against them on Montreal, we got stomped by them on Montreal practices because we were boot camping NNA, and I think it was the attack for the Bunks bomb site on the mid floor. We go, I think, 2 guys from the blue hallway on top, and we played to open and kill the guy on the stairs. And then after that, we can just like hit site. We copied from Shopify that attack, and that was what I was saying yesterday.
Alemo, speaking of those attacks, you know, we've spoken with Doki yesterday about the IGL changes. You guys have changed so much from you, Laura, Uno, and then back to you. If I recall, in Boston, you told us you did not want to be IGL in the first place, and it's back to you now. Do you want to stick on that role, or is that a short-term fix?
Now I feel like I want to do it. I think I was kind of tired, to be honest. Like, I think my last season as IGL was Montreal, and we were not doing so well as well. Like, we were struggling some games. Like in Montreal, we played pretty bad, and we also went to the LCQ. So in my head, like, the problem was me. Like, it must be me. Like, I have a good team. Why are we playing so bad? And then I also want to have like more freedom as a player, just like I had like when I was in T1. When you're not IGL, you can just like move in the map like so much easier. But I mean, we tried Uno, we tried Laura, and I don't think like we got the same team as like I wanted us to be, like the same one that I IGL when we won SI. So I feel like now I'm at least like getting back to what I was once, I think. So I think this game was really a good example. It was such a hard game against Secret today, like on Chalet, like so many variables during the rounds. Like, it was actually crazy, bro. This game was so well played by both teams. Yeah.
Sorry, go on, Carl. Carry on.
No, I finished my point.
Okay.
But I want to be like, I want to keep IGL right now because I feel like motivated to do so.
Nice. So talking about Team Secret then, because obviously you prepared to play Secret, you went on the map of Chalet, which I think is a good map for both of the teams. How did you prepare for Secret? Because they're a very similar team to yourself in terms of how aggressive they are.
Yeah, I feel like on the Chalet we watched the VOD yesterday and they were more like I think that Monty was open and they were like doing more like library clears, like playing more like together for the side of the map. And
It's called a merge.
Kind of like copying our split for the kitchen and the master and just like droning for 1 minute and deciding
Scroll up.
what to hit.
I
And they were
typed
just,
out the
like,
starting
picking us
roster.
apart. So,
Yeah.
like, the first 2 rounds were very well pursued with that.
SCTB, what up? Just
And,
stomping and finish. Yeah, the game's over.
Ramayo timeout also, I think he helped us a little bit. And also we went back to the bar playing more compact. Also, they couldn't do this type of plays.
Garen,
against us.
BMZY,
I think the bar
Sneak,
defense was
Matt,
4
Evan.
rounds, 3 rounds, I think, because they couldn't do that. So yeah, we started them yesterday, but they didn't really like did the
Oh, I was just playing with him the other day, bro.
Because I think the Monty Ben also kind of like counters the library clear a little bit. So, but it was a tough game. Like even like on defense, they show, I think,
Who are they
some,
versing?
new bar defenses like holding
BDS?
Yesterday they were like more like turtling up on the bar side of the map. So we
I was just playing with
changed a little bit
BMZY.
the
I don't know how
had
to. What's
think
how do you
about
say his name?
what to do. So
I was playing ranked with him the other day.
good game by us. Like they changed a little bit what they showed yesterday, and we countered mid game, so it was good.
Well, that's awesome. You've given us a lot of insights.
Don't
Thank
lie
you
to
so much
yourself.
for that. We'll give you some
Don't
time
lie,
to,
you
to
played
cool
with
down after this
yourself
very
the other
intense
day.
game as well. And then best of luck
think
for
I-
your game on Monday.
Thank you guys. Good night.
I did it before I hopped on stream.
A lot of insights.
I
as well,
goon.
like, about the whole IGL
Probably like 10
thing,
times a day.
wanting to be IGL, not wanting to be, but it seems like also hearing him speak, he's really at a point
Doing it
where,
right
okay,
now.
this is the way we want to be as a team.
I can understand the burnout of it as well. Like when you
The rank
play
number
for
one?
so long
Oh,
as
shit,
the
the
IGL,
cracked.
It's so much more responsibilities. I remember hanging in the lounge and I was speaking to the manager and he told me like Alema was just like slept at 3 or 4 a.m. because he was preparing
It's
the
that
game
test
of
makes
the
you
day.
feral.
Like,
Ah,
there's
yeah,
so
bro.
much
The
more
cycle I'm
work
on
to do
right
when
now.
you're IGL. You're the one watching the VOD. You're the one working with
I'm
the
not even
staff.
fucking with you, bro. The cycle I'm on right now. I went a week without gooning, and by the end of that week, it was getting bad, bro. It was getting pretty bad. Like, I was about to start making some phone calls and seeing if seeing if I still got it or not. I was about to make some business calls. Like I just had to clap something. My brother in Christ, what they are not ranked number 1 in EU right now. They're ranked 8. What team is Virtus? Is that like the old Empire stack? Just not been playing for a bad team. Nah, he's got a pretty good team. Definitely like top 3 in my opinion. Yeah, I take test. That shit will make you feral, bro. Telling you. You gonna dye the beard black again? Probably not. I just felt like doing it. I like my red beard. I hit the Benjamin. I'll do it if you do it. Fuck it. Ugh. Just got my first DUI last night, but we on siege. Let's run it. How did you get pulled over for DUI? Were you speeding? Were you just driving on the wrong side of the road? The car reeked like Zao. Like, how'd you get pulled over? Used to watch Pengu thinking I'd get better at the game. I mean, that guy was a world champion multiple times. You could probably learn a thing or two watching him. Virtus is absolutely fucking stacked. Look at their roster on UB website. That's 10-15K down the drain. On what? Yo, any of you guys a sport bet? Like a low key want to get into it. Like not that I'm not gonna do like crazy bets. Maybe like 40 bucks or something. DUI. Oh. So it's just a fine. You don't get jail time. A DUI is just like a $10,000 fine. Benjamin has been hidden. All right, hold on. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, my boy. I've lost so much money betting on sports. All right, well then, then then I don't plan on doing it. My boy actually makes bread off of sports betting. This guy's winning like $2,000 every weekend. He's in like one of those discords with like those professional guys that study the game and like they're always like winning. He just puts his bets on whatever the fuck they put it on. He wins like every week. Yeah, they give you a warning if they see it. Damn. Bro. I almost just threw up. I still had smoke in my lungs and I just burped. Holy fuck, that hurt. Wow. Oh. Oh, that didn't feel good. Oh. Alright, I'm chilling. I'm chilling. Oh. Baby lungs. No. It's because I had smoke in my lungs and I burped. I didn't know I didn't blow all of it out. Oh. I burped and that shit burned the fuck out of my throat. Do you work another job? Or is it just all streaming? A lot of my money comes from streaming and content creating. A lot of my money comes from my coaching business. I'd say like 60%, 70% is streaming and content creating. Holy shit. These guys look like R6 pros. Bunch of McLovins. Dude, holy fuck. Oh, Wizards on this team. Type shit. Middle guy got it for sure, yeah. He's definitely got a fucking Elephant Johnson, bro. Definitely packing like 10. Definitely heavily equipped. You're gonna look like that if you go pro. I don't think I've seen like any jacked tattooed pro in my life. The only one that actually hits the gym is that dude crying, I think. That dude is fucking massive. Pause. Any advice on starting content creating? Just post every day, bro. The more you put your face out there, the more you post, the better. Laxing. True. Laxing doesn't play pro anymore, though. Yeah, Za is legal where I live. Bro, you could literally, if you're 21, you could just walk into a dispensary, just give them your ID, and like they have like that shit, they have that shit in like glass cases, bro. There's literally like a dispensary right next to like my gym.
But it was not really like skill-wise. It was more on a personal level. It didn't fit in the team. But like we always want to give young people a chance that are like performing good.
Who do you think is the Siege Pro GOAT, past or present? Of all time, easily Pengu. I think he's the GOAT. That G2 like dynasty they had, I can't hear because they're just yapping about bullshit. They're trying to kill 10 minutes to the game. Like,
The start of the last stage, and even here in the very first game against Wild, he was the main stakeholder there with double digits again. I think he went up to 17 kills.
they're just talking about absolutely nothing. You could buy Za without a card at 21. I mean, if you hit up a plug, if you actually want to get it at a dispensary, I believe it's 21 with a card. Could also depend on like what state you live in. You might be able to buy it at 18 some places. What am I looking at? What up, Mingy? I'm up in Michigan. It's a dispo on every corner. I've always agreed Pengu was just the perfect player slash teammate. Yeah, like he was like the face of G2 when they were winning. They won every tourney for like 2 or 3 years straight. My boy leader. I used to play Xbox with him a bunch. Damn, there's 2 Xbox people on this team. You got Krex and Leader on this team, and then they're about to verse Wizard. That's 3 Xbox people. Them Go Fours, man. Them Go Fours, the Facets, I'm telling you. They birthed absolute demons on R6. What up, Alex? We're not gonna talk about whatever the fuck that was. I don't know. Telling you, bro, they just yapped for like 20 minutes in between games just about absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing just to kill time. Let's see what he's saying right now.
They'll be disappointed in themselves that they didn't give an accurate representation of themselves. So I think that loss will have hurt them.
But can we blame them for being nervous when this is their first match or first official match together, as this roster?
Dude, like, just start the fucking game already. Like, back in 2016, King George was nasty. Yeah, he won the first ever 6 Invitational. I just stomp into. They won against Secret. I think he went 11-9 or 10-9. They played really good, bro. Respect Jess. She's talking about something. I'm not disrespecting Jess. I'm not disrespecting none of the casters. I'm just saying, can we start the game, please? Can we please just start the game? Would you win against KG? I played him a few times. I mean, grown man watching someone succeed more than him. All right, Roman. You feel better about yourself that you put that in the chat? Why you gotta cyberbully me, bro? You think Stompy got potential to be a star? Oh yeah, easily. Did I remember versing him when I was like 15, 16 when I used to play like Go Fours and Face It? See, bro, ever since like he was like 13 or 14. Bro, I remember he was a squeaker, bro. His voice was high pitched as fuck. Actually, my first since we're waiting, hold on. Look at this, bro. My first ever YouTube video, I played with him, I'm pretty sure. Like, bro, like listen to his voice. Like he sounds like a 14-year-old.
Take what you do best and create a website that's worthy of it.
Yeah, stomp and
With
just played.
AI website creation from
Let's say the fuse kill.
Oh, bro, that gush.
Peek him.
Freaking fuse pistol.
It was all pistol kills. Yeah, it was Thatcher, and he.
Bro, you hear stomping in the background, bro?
Like mid-April.
It was like 3 or 4 seasons ago. It was all pistol kills. Yeah, it was Thatcher, and he's like, "No mames."
Little ass kid.
He said it like 10 times. He's like, "No mames." Yeah, that shit was catastrophic. They were all swinging with like 5 seconds left, and I jumped in garage window with a pistol, and they all.
Bro, that's fucking dude. Stomping was a little ass kid, bro. It was a little ass kid when I played with him, bro.
Bro, what is up with the sound? Anybody else?
Who was in this lobby?
Pistol, and they all lined up.
Bro, what is up with the sound?
Jinx stomping. I don't know anyone that enemy too. My max bench, for 440. All of my tattoos together, 20K. How's your arm doing with the infection thing? It's gone. I'm good now. That is the oldest 15-year-old. I think in that video I just showed you, I was like 17 or 18. I think I'm like 3 years older than Stompin'. But yeah, like I was 16 or 17 in that video. Like Stompin' was like 12 or 13 in that video. Probably 14. I don't know, but he was a squeaker, bro. Little ass kid. Vidar didn't happen. Of what? Oh, the bench. Hold on. I'll show you real quick while they're in the drone phase. I don't know if I posted it or not. I mean, I could show you like a 430 maybe. You were smoking at 16. I started smoking when I was like 14. I don't know if I posted my bench on this account. This is 445. Yo, let me know if we count this. Let me know if we count this or not, bro. Bro, I got that up. I got that up. Come on. Come on, bro. On the way up, you see this shit right here? I accidentally hit the corner of it, bro. I accidentally hit the rack on the way up, and it fucked me up, bro. I got the left one up, but not the right. But that was 445. I tried 440 the other day, and I hit it.
I think I'm
And then this is 365 on incline.
fighting a war that will never end. The hardest part is no one sees it. I wake up tired, I go to sleep exhausted. And in between, I'm carrying things I don't talk about.
Light work. No offense or anything, but why wear this shirt? What are you talking about?
They've got the gridlock, and instead they're going to drive it up, try and force these players down, make a noise, make a ruckus, and make something happen. The air jab.
Yo, if you guys are new to my TikTok, make sure you drop a follow.
It's going to be well sort of paid attention to as well. It's the drop and the protection on towards the pixel shield. I said it used to be a long once.
Do I hit legs? I do.
Here it is. Go, 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 go. No, not quite. On towards the Banshee as the crossfire comes across. Fnatic. Piano cutting across shield after shield after shield. As I said, regardless of where you're going, 80% of takes on towards Cafe.
Love Jaden.
Start here on the top, but if it's a raindrop take,
Drop a follow if you're new to my TikTok, man.
By the blood of the defenders, the Monty wants to try and find out if it's going to be correct, but if otherwise attack themselves all the way back down. Well played, good cover here. Wolves there.
That's crazy, bro. There's 3 people I used to play with in this lobby.
Arms reach of each other, making sure that as soon as the first trade comes out, they can be on the decent side of it. Now, it's the first body. Finally
yeah,
starts
Wizard.
to fall. Wizard gets on towards Azure and, well, like a magical spell, dips themselves out of there. Not going to see if they can find the other end, and I might cast a spell on my own to see if I can get one of the
What up,
analysts
Jaden?
to join in with me. Who do I have?
Fresh. I don't know if you can hear me. Hello, hello, hello.
I can hear you now. Fresh. Give us some insight, my friend.
Yeah, the Monty of Grubby has been.
We gotta talk about that audio, brother. You
Control
good?
top flank,
Sit
got
back
that
and think
opening
about how
kill
people pray to
for
be where you're at right now, bro. I'm proud of
Azure
you.
off the board. It's
Bro, I used to
all
pray all the
about
time to
setting
be
the
where I'm at right
execution so
now.
that they can convert this into a round win. Obviously, most
I remember,
of
like,
them
when I was
will
18, I used to just, like,
you will end up up in a round win as we see a little run out.
I wanted to drive like a cool car, be a full-time streamer, not go to college. Like I hated college so much, bro.
Towards the swing on white stairs and still playing this sort of reach anticipation,
They're
but look,
planning.
Ruby, he's going for the plan. He thinks he's got it comfortably, and well, it's not very comfortable, but he is going to lock
I
it.
got
The cover
2K.
goes down. And so does Groovy, but a post plant, and in a position where they can watch this from above. A 3 versus 3, they're gonna have to go for the retake itself. They cannot just strengthen this one out. Baiting the play, perfectly put and postured here by Sark, spraying onto Tyrant. The swing on Pillar levels it out, but there's the cover from above. 20 seconds, none of it seen fresh.
That
We
was
still
so
praying?
absolutely huge, and it was the play from Deepak.
Of course,
As the
bro.
plant was going down from Groovy, the Maestro cam, the bullets were
Nowadays, though,
flying, and
like,
it was Deepak that went in, and he
I don't really.
blocked, and as soon as that plant
Whenever I pray, I'm
both
just
players
kind of
they
thankful. I
died.
kind of just talk to God,
Because
or like I
in the
thank Him
close
for
call
everything I
scenario,
have. It's very rare when I pray and I'm just asking for things, you know.
and then you guaranteed to win it out. It was a selfless act, but
Like when I used to pray like 2 years ago, I was like, you know, it was like, you know, I would just tell him like my dreams and my aspirations. I'm like, one day, you know, I promise if I get this platform, if I become a big streamer, I'm gonna use it to spread positivity and, you know, just entertain people. You know, like I want to do good things and I want to do this with my life. I don't want to go to college, and now that I have it, I thank God for it. You know, it's not like I'm sitting here praying and I'm like, I want a Lamborghini, I want a mansion. Like, bro, I'm happy, bro. You know, that apartment I want, it'll come, man. It'll come. Afternoon 6, what's up? Should pray for other people too. I do. I do. I always pray for my IRL friends, that their mental is good, that they're doing good financially, that they're happy. You know, for their success, all that. Your tattoos are so cool. Thank you, Mason.
It's fair to call Fnatic's approach previously fresh.
Yeah, I think so. And once
Good
again, we see
inspiration. Thank you, Adam.
playing on that Monty, so it feels like even though the site has changed, it feels like it should be more of the
I
same.
tried my best,
The
bro.
gridlock once again for that flank control, so that they can go from one side to the other. That's usually top red.
My
stars,
ink.
of course.
All of my
And they're bringing the ram
tattoos,
for the verticality,
like
and
20K.
like I said, the gridlock as well. They've got the Flores to deal with anything inside the site. That'll be the Goyos mainly and the Malusi Banshees.
I used to
Fnatic's
pray
lineup makes
since
a
I was in a
lot of
really
sense.
dark
So
place.
it should be more
Yeah,
of
that's
the
why I like really started like getting close with God again. I always had faith, but I didn't pray for a long time when I was like, when I was 18, bro, I was at like the lowest point in my life, and I just started praying to God again because like I was just at such a low point, man. Like I was depressed and I was heartbroken at the time, broke, didn't know what I wanted to do with my life.
It's decent play once again from Fnatic. They get themselves on the back.
God is good, man.
The eastern windows and make sure that there is somebody.
The back tattoo is 4,000.
Sort of hammer and anvil approach to clearing this top floor.
Yeah,
Just
it's
to-
good timing so far from the side of
I
Fnatic.
prayed to
They've
pass
flipped
my
the balls back
license
now with
test
the
because I had
vertical
failed
switching.
3
As
times.
we see Grubby take control of
Brother,
the
how do you
and
fail your
also
driver's
take
test
control of
3
the right-hand side of
times?
Fiona. They need to be worried about C4s though, because there is a noodle on the board. with
What's up,
12
Don?
cameras. However, they have survived that one C4 attempt. Just threw it, just blew it up.
Do I have a boyfriend? I don't.
Now as the Oogie drone
Can't say that I do.
around them, they're just trying to get a little pocket of space here, but
Yeah, I'm sorry, but how do you fail your driver's test 3 times?
structure take is something that's worked, but their eyes on a couple of locked walls and they're not quite sure which is the route to go through. It's the deep send of the Monty, and they found somebody they want to play with, but it's the cover from Jegs that's able to net out the kill, and it was almost a bit touch and go, and there they go.
Single? I am single. And I'm ready to mingle, Don. What's up?
25 seconds, it's caught in the middle, but the only one burnt out so far is Jegs. They drop out. Go for the rotate, can play themselves. I was going to say underneath, but then they are locked out too.
Yeah, leader, fuck 'em up.
Fighting and
Fuck 'em
their
up.
way back up the stairs, a 2 versus 2, and they're going to see if they can try and get the kit planted. They have to operate now. Fnatic is the only bit of cover, but
You got this, Jake.
out the 1 versus 1.
Fuck.
Out to the Wizards
The Wizard's a
Warrior.
beast.
What a
It was because
round
I'm
of
manual.
clutch.
Why did you take your driver's test in a manual car?
After the trade in the cover, and I will say, Fnatic may be a little bit surprising on the way that they're attacking.
Why, bro?
What's open? Azami is open, so is Castle. You can make it so much harder for them if you guys play like oppressive early round with this utility, okay? You can start Azami and Piano, you can do a shop hold with a Castle.
I'm ready for you. I'm ready for you. What's up? You ever play with Wiz? I think a few times, yeah.
Realizing when you need to fall off, but I think you can do a better job just by extending a little bit more. You bring in this mute for drone denial, banning the money, playing the Azami, playing the Castle, okay? Don't forget what's open, guys, okay?
Yep. I'm gonna go for an entry. If we're going basement, I'm gonna go for the entry outside white window. Try and get like one of the verts or something.
Okay. They'll probably just fucking go.
I like the little snippet we got at the end. And usually I get to be like, analyst, break that down. It's a much easier process right now. Analyst, break.
2K, Brody. I appreciate the follow. Are you? I am. Where you from, Don? Just stomp and play yet. Yeah, he won his match. I'm about to get my motorcycle license. Hope it's late. You actually need a different license for a motorcycle? I didn't know that. Makes sense. How do they test you on a motorcycle? They hop on the back of it with you? Like, how do they evaluate if you could drive a motorcycle or not? Crazy, all these console guys going pro case and next most likely. Louisville. I'm from Connecticut. Let me see what I don't even know what state that is off the top of my head. Kentucky. What the fuck? Let's see how far that is from me.
Probably going to be, 6-point games rather than 3-point ones. And the bakery is going to be where they start to cook with Azza already dead.
Yeah, absolutely. That's not the most ideal of starts. And again, this was another symptom that Wolves had yesterday. After the timeout, it's the same thing with G2 yesterday. Kendra was saying, don't give them an early pick, don't give them an early pick. That's exactly what they do. And Noodle was the one who said, I'm going to be looking for an entry. In the end, it was Azza who found that engagement and lost that engagement. So now, they're faced up against the Monty that they've really been struggling to dealing with. They're
You're gonna have to drive 12 hours to our wedding. Yeah, I'm in Connecticut.
using that roll right.
Right, this shit freeze. If you guys are new to my TikTok, make sure you drop a follow. What are we eating? I just ate a bunch of steak and rice.
To the defenders now. They can't go through it. They can't flank. You've got the Monty as the focal point on Grubby to set up a plan.
Dream travel location. I want to go to Italy. I want to visit Japan.
Going to be a little bit narrow, but instead they're going to go for the hop over the half wall and maybe get the shield on the back, face it away. Instead of giving them the long fight, they just want the cross, and there it is, the shield. Perfectly played. They cannot get the connection, and they've read them like a book, but the C4 doesn't need to read fresh. It is death in every language. Krex gets the drop on them, and that is plan A entirely out the window, and the kit could not be in a worse island to have to swim to recollect it. Now, the Rara will have to move, they'll have to kill the player in coat, and then they'll have to try and drive.
And all motorbikes are manual, so it's harder. My boy,
is a great C4 just in the nick of time, and again, Fnatic now, they've got to figure something out. I think somebody should have been.
Is a sports bike just like a dirt bike? Like, is there like any difference? You just hold the clutch and shift with your foot? It's all the same shit, right? I have a dirt bike. Like, I can drive a dirt bike. So, shit, maybe I should get a motorcycle, boys. Yeah, G2 already played.
There's a couple apart, and Deepak now all that is left. The player with all the experience that he has revealed by the camera. Not much else really could be done. The plucky C4 was the sort of punctuation mark on that round. We just had to let the rest play out.
Yeah, it was a huge C4. It really was. That whole round came.
Still ready to
down
mingle
one
or
moment.
long
If the plant
distance.
goes down before the C4 goes off,
How old are you, Dawn?
if the plant goes down or the plant doesn't go
Ride,
down
you
because
know what the
C4
fuck I
kills
meant.
Monty, then Wolves were going to win it. And of course, we see those bans coming in. Maestro from Fnatic, it's been a stalwart that Wolves have played so far inside of this round. Get rid of it. And of course, we were expecting Wolves to get rid of the Montaigne. They will do just that.
Well, 2-1 now at this point, and the timeout has netted some result, but I guess you're sort of thinking at this point, Fresh, obviously a long time ago now, which is sort of strange to say you were behind the teams themselves. If you were in the position of taking a timeout after the second round,
23. I'm 21.
would you be locked on hoping for the 4, or is it for the hope of getting the 3?
I think it's hard. I think at the point, like, Kendra's been forced into taking that timeout because I think very clearly they weren't expecting Fnatic to play how they were playing. So when you're defending Cafe, that's very much considered a defender-siding map, you're expecting a 4-2. You're expecting a 3-3 at 1.
Had to stomp and play. He went 10-9.
You're just hoping you can get to at least a 3-3.
They're good, bro. They're good.
Question sort of bluntly, but Kendra didn't have any other choice.
I would have mind 21.
That well, he needed that circuit breaker, so it was a good timeout from him, but it was a little bit early now. He's just got to trust his troops will do the rest of the game plan and kind of think on the fly, because Fnatic are clearly bringing something different that Wolves were just not expecting.
With your huzz type shit.
Monty might have been the expectation breaker, but as you said, it is gone. Now it is no longer going to be that entire tool, and I'm curious to see what changes here from the side of the approach. Yes, Ruby is now on the Blackbeard, but it handles...
Hope you have a blessed day. Dawn, I followed you. You better follow me back.
The Monty, which was an actual traditional Monty fashion. Slow and steady.
Are you Asian? I haven't even clicked on their profile yet. Let me see what you look like.
Blackbeard has to be a bit more active, a bit more sort of...
Let me see what Dawn looks like.
Well, that's not going to be the first start. Makes their way through. Concerned about the pressure from both above and below. Look at the player inside of the train room. And oh, Krex just pushes on, tears the head off of Groovy off. And well, there's a moment where the Monty would have been better. There's a moment where Krex...
Oh, she bad as fuck.
Better behind the tree, finally shut down. But
I love Asians.
huge losses here for Fnatic's approach.
Yeah, absolutely. Az is going to pick up Deepak as well. And I think I said it. I said Groovy is not naturally a shield player. I think we saw it there and then. Little bit ill-advised Monty play. Krex had an awful day yesterday statistically. He was trying to get involved, trying to be part of those entries. Really struggled. But today, he's absolutely showing his worth so far.
Oh, Carnival, I appreciate the follow. My Nordic, chill.
It will be a clutch scenario. They've got 80 seconds to play with. They can navigate themselves.
Since when can girls bring pepper spray into the club? It's pretty easy, bro. I mean, they just put it in their purse.
We do see Jags on the IQ trying to spot out that utility.
Well, they have the right idea of where it is. That reduction of the Melusi will give them a swing, but at this point, all Wolves need to do is ensure that they have...
Is G2 gonna play again? No. Not today, at least.
Stretch themselves above.
Already over.
Really need to play for that, and if they went for it, they just rotate at the same time. Instead, sure, come find us. We've got 2 inside, and I think 1 is about to come up on the opposite stairs. They are. It's on red. So Leader has set himself up here. Now he doesn't
Fuck him up,
really
Jake.
want to engage until the push comes onto the site, and then he
Fuck
can
him up,
strike
Jake.
best. He's waiting, anticipating.
Appreciate the audio settings. I got you.
Exactly then, that's when he goes
Don, you care that I'm 21?
on towards Pillar, because now they are trapped.
When you get off, shoot me a message. I bet.
There's one gone. Jegs had to look back to the previous fight. And what a bait and switch.
Yeah,
there.
Noodle.
Good luck out
Yeah.
here from Wolves.
It all came from that entry with Krex. Big double kill, gets himself that team man advantage, and then I will say Leader played it very well in the end there. You called it out there, Remy. The flank that Leader was going on.
You care that I'm 23? I don't give a fuck. I actually like older girls.
Jegs' attention away to the flank.
I don't like dating like 20, 21-year-old girls because like they're still in college and like they're kind of just guy crazy right now. I like a girl that's a little bit older. She's past that like partying, college, shit. I feel like a 20, if you're like a 23-year-old female, you're at that point now where like you're just focused on your career and making money. You know what I'm saying? Need that in my life. I don't need no girl that's going out clubbing every weekend. Fuck all that. I'm not dating no college girl either. That's how you, bro. If you date a college girl, Older girl's always better. I got an older Asian right now. W. Shoot me a message after. I will. You fuck with MILFs? Nah. I'm not saying like 30-year-olds. I'm saying like I'm 21. Like I preferably I'd like to date a girl that's like between 23 and like 28, like anywhere there. I have one more year in nursing school and I'm done. As long as you don't go to an SEC school, we're good. If I find out that you go to Penn State, you go to LSU, you go to Alabama, absolutely fucking not. Absolutely not. I'm good off of that. I'm not doing that shit again, bro.
League game for them this year, but we had Tyrant, we had Leader, Noodle when they were known as Koi as well. So there's a little bit of personal rivalry, I would say, here as well, because all 4 of those players have been let go by this team at one point or another.
I love a grudge match.
Where's J-Shock at? We need the collab.
Well, the grudge isn't going to be on the fight. The Deimos is going to get the track on. The
Bro, it's not 21.
Goes further and further away, and for the first time, Fnatic, they're not really going to play into the idea of a shield. I think they've realized that it's just not sticking.
What's wrong with LSU? It's STD Central. Bro, if your girl goes to LSU, she is getting clapped. Clapped. You might as well just break up with her.
Instead, guns up, right?
Yeah, I think so. Grubby going on to that hard breach here again, still playing in quite a supportive role. But I will say, Fnatic, for a team that's not necessarily known for being a shield team, they've forced a free ban out of the side of Wolves, so they've got a lot more operator selection from their traditional.
28 bare minimum. Great. Put money on it, bro. Put money on it.
The C4s not being particularly effective so far. Noodles missed another C4 in this round. Tyrant does still have one, so that could be huge as we go into a plant scenario. For Wolves, it's just about staying inside the site, staying away from the lines of verticality. Of course, it's not the reading bomb site, it is the dining side, so verticality is a lot harder on the side of this site.
Now with 50 seconds on, the pressure over the top, I was so hoping that grenade would roll down just because it would be really, really funny, but it isn't. Instead, Tyrant kills Deepak, the opposite. What was the trade out? The Nomad is gone, and there goes Leader. Back and forth we go, blow for blow, but importantly, the Wolves stayed
BBL
active.
bread.
The grenade bounced not towards the right place. The Claw kept it active, potentially all the way underneath inside the freezer, and that means the plan has to change. Instead, they rotate their way down under, try and find the fight on
200 at 13, 6'1". Yeah, I mean that's a good weight. You should play football, bro. If you're 200, damn. If you're 200, 6'1" at 13, bro, you literally have like the perfect football genetics, bro. Do you play sports? You're probably gonna be like 6'3", 6'4", and you could easily get up to like 280 pounds, bro. 260 pounds. That's like a demon linebacker build right there, like a left end. You should keep your beard at this length, bro. It suits you the most. I will keep the beard this length. I'm gonna trim my mustache. I don't like my mustache covering my upper lip. Is 240 or 6'4" good at 17? Yeah, that's a beast build. Absolute beast. That's like that's a football build right there, man. I'll be waiting for a message. Have a good live. I'm gonna just text you right now. But I'll keep you waiting. You should try a goatee out. Yo, I actually tried a goatee like a month ago. I look so dumb with it. I don't look good with it, bro, because my beard is red. I just had a ginger goatee. That shit looks so dumb.
So one more, and it's strange, Jeremy, because after 2 rounds.
Hold on, let me see if I can find the picture.
Now we're thinking, hey,
Watch stomping. The game is over, bro.
Now that
it already happened.
The minimum that they will get, and they might even convert it to a 4-2 split, which would be expected, I would say, on Cafe defense.
You couldn't have asked for a better timeout conversation.
Yeah.
I love that you're black type shit.
The side of Wolves, whatever they were missing in those opening 2 rounds, has just clicked into place.
Bro, look at this.
It's been a million miles away.
You see it?
They've been where they needed to be, and that's the important thing. This is always a game where a single bullet can get a kill, and a single moment can define a round.
Gotta get a haircut. All right, Bryson, peace, brother.
Happy to play into that rhetoric. They're happy to play into what makes Siege Siege. And Fnatic start to go for the clear above. Very different approach versus last time. Obviously, they don't have the Monty to go for it, but at the same time, they're just giving themselves more options in case things go wrong. They have obviously the pressure on the freezer wall, they have the work done above, and well, they're just giving themselves, as I said, a plan B fresh.
Yeah, absolutely. The pacing of this attack, certainly from Fnatic, is good to see if you're a Fnatic fan, because like you say, they've got those options. So, they've cleared the top 2 floors. What's the problems to them now? Well, it's not going to be guys inside of site. Every defender, when this happens, when this full clear happens...
Red's so beautiful. It don't look bad. I didn't like it.
They go bakery.
A goatee at 21. I just don't think goatees look good.
They go VIP. Now, Wolves, of course, are playing a player inside of VIP. We're seeing Sarks try to nade him out so far. I believe it's Krex on the Warden. It's actually not. It's Noodle on the Goyo. So they need to deal with him and find a way to deal with him. The Sense Wall could do that because it can allow players to drop, or you can go and kill him. We've seen Furia, particularly during reload, use Sense to devastate in effect where you drop
What
down,
are some perks of
bring the
being
walls
bald?
in, and then you use that on your execute and just hold all of the re-entrance.
If you're bald with a beard, you look scary. Like, I have like that tough guy look because I hit the gym, I got tattoos. Whether that's a perk or not, up to you. I attract older women. I can pull a MILF, no issue. A girl my age takes some work. I don't have to dry my hair after I get out of the shower. I don't have to make my hair before I go out.
And that just leaves Wizard alone. Gets one, but now they have the vertical as well. Fresh. They've got.
How do I grow a beard? It's just genetics, bro.
Exactly where the kit is.
Either you have it or you don't.
It's a 4-2.
Do I have a crossbite? What does that mean?
Yeah, so Fnatic, if you're going to copy Furia's attacks, you've got to copy how Furia execute them. You've got to hold the double door back into sight from the
my build. 5'10", 205 pounds.
You've got to hold both of them from the vertical line to sight to avoid the defenders retaking back through the sense wall.
7'9", 500 pounds at 4 good. Yeah, it's mid.
Found the kills on the guys planting and the guys covering, and that was it.
Hottest ginger of all time. Bro, my hair's blonde. It's only my beard that's red. You want to see what I looked like at 16? Look at this shit. Hold on. I definitely have a picture of me at 16 on here somewhere. I looked like Leonardo DiCaprio, bro. I was told we look alike. Do you have a red beard? I tried shaving my beard, I think it was like 2 months ago. Yeah. I don't know. You think the beard's a better look or clean shave? You got a red beard? Let me see. Yeah, you got a beard just like me, bro. I think you should shave the head, bro. It's receding. Just rock the buzz cut with the beard. Embrace the bandit elite.
So far.
Beard looks way better. That's what I'm saying.
Comes together. Your premonitions and your
love this, by the way. What a change.
The repel. Yeah. I guess it's the little.
If you were to be one person from an anime, who would you be? Who's that dude from Sword Art Online that has the 2 swords? That shit's dope. I'd be that guy.
I mean, it's gorgeous. It's stunning.
I used to shave it. I just got. It's annoying doing it, bro. I hate doing that shit. I do it like every 2 weeks. What's good, Boogie? What up? My number one UFC fighter. My favorite fighter is McGregor.
Lovingly helped by the
Or Jones.
fantastic cosplay community, who hold my hand like the idiot I am.
It was so excellent in Montreal when people.
Where you get your beanies from? I think this one's from Zoomies. Or but like Paxson, like one of those like skateboard shops in the mall.
That was maybe my career highlight. We
Manchester
have
Major final? Nope. Cosplaying on Montreal Major? Yeah.
What up, Capone?
SI comedy.
What's good, Trippy?
It's what it is.
How's it going? It's going good, bro. We're just chilling, watching Pro League.
Is what it isn't. For Jax, this round is
I don't know if I'm gonna watch the next one. I might hop in the Siege Rank Streets.
on, really, in the grand scheme of things. You want to utilize those and put the pressure back on when it's
Guerrito, yeah, that was that guy's name, yeah. Guerrito.
Now, will they get the head of Sarks? He's tucked in a pretty dangerous position as, you know, Krex is going to hold himself here, but as soon as they get this drone read on it, it's drop or die, really. Here's the drone roll on by, so ready for it. But look at the positions that's coming from Tyrant. Yeah, he knew his time was up there, and he was not going to see what happened next.
Yeah, there's a couple of trains of thought now. Fnatic, you're 3 versus 5. You maybe need to bring man advantage or man disadvantage back. You need to find the kill. So you need to find some explosive aggression somewhere to get a kill back. But also, the clock is about to be your best friend. Wolves have only just got to the top floor. They've only just started doing the vertical. This plant is going to come down very, very late. So Fnatic need to hold their nerve and find the key engagement if they have any chance of winning this round.
There's the cover, there's the spray. They're keeping themselves active, luring them in towards the fight. Themselves and peeling away, but 20 seconds left, and they're still setting up the architecture, and well, that allows them to spray through. It's a 5 versus 2, as they do get the legs of a player. That's a gift, but they've got to see if they can make it wrapped up as a round. They're tucked and they're encircled. Oh, they get one. They don't get the second, though. Leaves the C4 long-armed and caught from behind. And there it was, just enough.
It's 5'1", 500 kg at 12 good. Yeah, it's pretty solid, bro. Pretty solid. That's just like a brick wall build. You should be like a left guard in the NFL. Are you rizzing? Yeah, I'm texting Huz right now.
Even though that
a little bit, but you just need to speak earlier.
Wizard looks like an iPad kid.
What we want to do is the counter, okay? You saw it clear as fuck there. Even 5v3, it took them ages to execute, okay? They're playing the exact same way as we are. They want it to be perfect on their execute. Guys, earlier in the round, if we notice they're playing Nomad, that they're playing on all these repels, everything like this, let's speak to each other about how Aggro wants to play. Remember what operators we got here. We got the fucking mute, we got the castle, we got the Izami. We can
Rumor has it your Zim is it true? I play on PC, my boy.
Yeah, you've got options here, guys. You've got so many ops available for this map. Okay, just speak about what you want to do early. Listen to Groovy early on.
Merc is still playing pro. No. You saying that because his name is Leader? It's a different one.
So the timeout did come in from Tristan the very first round of their defense, but I think it's because it's obviously 5 rounds in a row lost now from the side of Fnatic.
Yeah. Different guy.
I think he was right in that assessment. He knows that Wolves are generally going to be slow. He knows that Wolves are generally going to try and play perfect siege, as he said, and as such, Fnatic need to play around that. What they don't need to do is be...
What do you mean different one? Well, Merc, are you talking about like the guy that played TSM, like my boy Merc? His name on Xbox used to be Leader at one point. Is that what you're talking about? You know what's crazy is the Leader in this game, he's European. But like he was on Xbox too. Like I used to play with the Merc you're talking about, I used to play with, and then Leader in this game I used to play with. But I think he sold his account to... I think when Merc switched to PC, he sold his Xbox account to this Leader. Or he gave him the Xbox gamer tag. One of those two.
And look for repels into White Hallway and into stage. And it caught Fnatic off, which I was really surprised by.
And then when Merc went to PC, like his name was... Like when he was on Xbox, his name was Leader. He like rebranded to Merc. And then Leader kept the Leader name.
That's what they were doing every single time they were playing this map. So yeah, it feels a bit strange that Fnatic got caught off by that one.
What were your old gamer tags? It was just King Brad, bro. I used to play like Go Fours. I used to play Facets, all that. If you used to play with Merc, did you ever play with like Superman, like Tito's, Raiders, Guy in a Bear, any of those guys? Serpa.
apiece, but the spray through either side, there's one apiece. It is getting scrappy out here, but Wolves come off a slight bit ahead before Wizard knocks them right back.
My gym routine, I do chest and tries, back and buys, legs and shoulders.
Keep stepping up this round if he wants to hold them. Now all of the utility has been spent from the side of Wolves, and they need to try and get the kit and get it to land somewhere.
I used to play Go Fours with Azen and Serpa.
Thin man
Heard.
advantage. If it gets away from them, the round might drop itself. They are playing a thin line, a thin margin. They're not entirely sure of where the two remaining Fnatic players
You remember tracking? I do. Yeah.
spot.
I remember everyone you just mentioned. I used to play with.
And, well, Wolves, they've got a long time to do the finding.
Yeah,
What was your gamer tag, bro? I definitely versed you.
Because you've made your rush into sight. That play's happened. It's now 2 versus 3, or 3 versus 2. But diffuser is called inside the site. And when you Wolves, you just now need to reassess. What's your new win condition? Where are the players on Fnatic? How can you navigate that into a round victory? What are you going to do? Are you going to use the Dokkaebi? Are you going to lurk? What's the play? And then you need to execute it from there. It's almost.
What do you want to win? Wolves. My boy leaders on Wolves.
Under a minute, and you can hear them start to close the pressure around, but oh, a bit of emotion. They're going for the fight, and somehow Wolves get that one locked in. It was millimeters between those bullets connecting and getting the trade. The watch was above itself, but imagine
Oh,
if the
return
spray
fire.
just before would have saved
That sounds
the player
familiar,
in the
bro.
library,
I don't
would
know. I
have
mean, it was
turned,
6, 7
would've,
years ago.
should've, but didn't is the result. And where does that leave us? Fresh on the precipice of the end of the map.
Tell you what, we spoke about Kendra's timeout after round 2 and how effective that was. Wolves have not lost a round since that. Kendra also had another timeout at the start of this round because obviously, even though Fnatic called it, it does mean that Wolves get a chance to speak to their coach as well. And what did they do from that? They instantly changed how they play. Tristan spoke to his charges, he spoke to his troops about, hey, they might play Nomad, let's sit behind utility, they're trying to play Perfect Siege. What did they come out and do the next round?
How many years ago?
They really changed the tempo. They keep
I see what you're doing. I'm not saying that again.
or whether that was a Kendra call inside of that timeout, but either way, it was a great call by somebody on the Wolves team because Fnatic
Nah, that doesn't sound familiar, Dave.
whatsoever, caught them off guard.
Never got into Halo. Growing up, like on 360, I used to play like Halo 3, Halo Reach. I stopped playing after Halo 4, I think, or I didn't play Halo 4 at all. I played a lot of Halo 3 and Halo Reach as a kid. Do you know Max Sabatini? Bro, that's one of my boys, bro. Nah, that's crazy. So you know people I used to play Xbox with, and you know one of my IRL friends. Bro, Max, that's fucking crazy, bro. Small world. My boy Max, he used to go to my gym, and then he was in Fort Lauderdale. He's in your frat. Yo, you go to Virginia, right? You go to Virginia? Dude, yeah, he went to Fort Lauderdale for spring break. I was down there at the same time. I was in Miami. And he was like staying in like a hotel room with just like kids from his college. So like the kids I was hanging out, you definitely know. I forget their names. There's a bunch of girls too. There was this one chick. She was like half Asian, half European. She exotic mix. She was hanging out with Max, bro. I'm like, bro, where did you find this girl? I'm like, I had to dap him up. I had to buy him a drink. I'm like, bro, that is a solid pull. Holy shit. You gotta respect it when you see it. You know what I mean? Xander, I appreciate the follow.
They have themselves the vertical. They have
What age did I start getting tattoos? I was 19. Max got no game. Nah, the chick he was with in Florida was bad as fuck. I ain't gonna lie.
They weren't able to get the snap on it as a Buck may have been able to, but at this point they're just forcing the players further and further away from Bakery. Seems like very well stated approach here. They've got the Raura, they've got similar ideas, minus the shield itself. Replay C4 on towards the roof. Wizard.
Yo, I appreciate the follows, boys. If you guys are new to my TikTok, make sure you drop a follow.
Could be the final round here. At what point, Fresh, will they go for this execute?
Appreciate the 4 roses. Thank you, thank you. That's crazy, bro. Small world. Bro, I used to play with people I knew on Xbox, and you know one of my IRL friends. You're in his frat. That's crazy, bro. Small world, man. Charlie, I appreciate the follow.
Still playing somewhat inside the site. The Echo drone from Deepex being shot out.
Yeah, all my tattoos are from the past 2 years. You're handsome, thank you, thank you.
they can now execute and hold every retake. They can hold
We looked
red
into
hole,
the
they
game
can hold the double
Splitgate.
doors back into
I played it for like an hour and I got bored of it. I don't know.
Bakery as well.
It's not a game I could just sit down and like play all day.
Well, here goes the cover of the smokes. Here goes the rotation.
I always wonder what happened to tracking. He switched to PC and then I don't know. I think he just kind of stopped playing comp. Do you remember like Prey K47? The name is Slinky. Forest, like those guys. I just got top 10 in the world for a console R6 type shit. How many games did that take? You gotta be at like 200 games, bro.
Surely Jags will get the lockdown. They got to get a bit of a move on. Where is the player? There it is. If that had gone away, Fresh.
Did you get put unconscious for your back
Yeah,
tap?
again, I think
No, I was wide awake.
double kill in the late end of that round, and he
Good
was in a
evening,
position where he
Derek.
should have been taken by his close.
Forrest, yeah, bro. Forrest is he's in pro league now. He's been pro for like I think 5 or 6 years now. I forget what team he's on. He was on Space Station for a while. He's on I forget what team he's on now. He's on OXG now. Nah, I don't remember that name, Ryan. How's the hinge matches going, bro? I go on that shit and I just troll, bro. I'm not actually on there trying to riz. Let's see if I got any responses. But nah, I didn't get put to sleep for my back tattoo. I was wide awake for it. How did Wizard do? He is 11-7. He's top fragging on his bro. Everyone on his team is negative. He is carrying the shit of his team. Can you grab the camera? Chill. You guys gonna call me a good boy. I changed my name to O Brad Eric because you're my siege inspo. W. You ever thought about training jujitsu? I'm definitely not against it, but I just don't have like free time right now. But that'd be something I do later on in life. Like right now, all my free time has to be sitting here streaming. You know what I'm saying? Like once I got money and I'm chilling, like real, like comfortable money. Fuck it, I'll start doing jujitsu. You think Skite is next to go pro? Probably not, no. I think he's definitely good enough. It's just he has an attitude issue. Like, there's no way you can get into pro league or get picked up by a pro league team with how much like screaming and yelling he does.
So finally, they're showing us the substance that we know that they've got. So I think it's good for them to see that finally emerging.
At this point, Wolves, you wonder, when things start to shape. We talk about this sort of mental game, the lock-in, and
Yo, Hedge, I appreciate the follow.
piece threaded here, and sometimes this is the
Muay Thai, not jujitsu. Nah, I like to do jujitsu, bro. I'm a big guy. Imagine I know how to like take you down and put you in a fucking armbar or a Kimura. GG's, bro. Yeah, G2 already played. Stompin went 10-9. I think they won 8-6. User, I appreciate the follow.
And it can create pressure. I wouldn't expect Wolves to falter, to be honest. No.
Check account if you want, champ. Yo, shut up. Shut up. This guy's gonna charge you $100 and scam you if you hit him up.
Getting rid of that key barrier. Grubby really had nowhere to go. He's got the opening death for that, but at the same time, Jags did
If any of you guys want champ, just hit me up. I'll boost your account. You don't gotta pay this guy.
They're still in control of the map for the most part.
Yo, anybody actually want their account boosted? I'm not gonna play on my main account after this week. I'm gonna start playing on people's accounts again. So, if any of you guys are on Xbox and PC and you wanna pay for a boost, I'll play on your account. Let me know, gang. Let me know. Let me know.
Groovy was sort of saying, look, let's not just give them free real estate, right? They're trying to do this slow setup and take. If we pull back and put the pressure back in the long-stinted conversation, we've hung sort of tent poles on throughout this night. You can see, obviously, they've still got the Blackbeard, so they can get themselves a route in. The Blackbeard makes their way down the stairs, but the fight is
How much? Normally I do $5 a game. So if you want 100 games, 500 bucks. If you want 50, 250. You want 10 games, 50 bucks.
Jegs and Deepak can keep this one still fighting for exceptionally experienced players here from the game itself. 10 seconds to try and get the final breakthrough. There goes the Nomad. There goes the second. Fnatic not done yet.
Jegs has had a huge round there on the castle. Played it really well. He was the one that stepped in and got the refrag.
Too much.
He then cleaned up.
Alright, well, it might be too much for you, but someone gonna pay it. I'm gonna make my bread, G.
Fnatic defending Cafe, defender side of map. Do we dare to dream?
Respect the hustle, bro. I'm not even fucking with you, bro. Like, when I used to like grind this shit out of accounts, I was making like $3 grand a month off that shit. Like just playing on people's accounts. 5 a win or 5 a game. I win. I don't really. If I actually play in a stack, though, we're not losing. Like I could easily get your account championed in like 1 or 2 days from unranked if I actually sit on the game and play it. Most people charge 8 per game. Yeah, like how much does Masamitsu charge? Like if you give me $500, right? You pay for 100 games. I'll get you like probably like top 100 champ, probably top 200 champ, and I guarantee you I'll have like a between like a 1.5 to like a 2.0 KD. Let's say like 1.6 KD, 1.7. I'm gonna start boosting accounts again, bro. I was making crazy money off that shit. Bro, if you do that, if like when I was boosting accounts, Masamitsu cringe, bro, console bolo. I mean, that's how he gets his views. Fuck it. It works. When I was like grinding the shit out of those accounts, I was making like 3K a month. And then if I stream on top of it, bro, bread. If anyone's interested, if anyone wants a boost, let me know. Hit me up on IG. Hit me up in the Insta DMs. We can talk business. I'll give you a quote. Yeah, Stompin already played.
Attention to ghosts as they've all filtered themselves away. Fnatic, they know how delicate that first engagement is. How almost touch and go. The break on it is there's Krex getting some control of the top of the stairs. They finally found themselves in. Wolves might be punished, but nothing as of yet.
Yo, if anyone drops a gifted sub or a galaxy, I'll chug a Sun Cruiser.
Yeah, I will say I think Fnatic did a great job.
G2 won. They won 8-6. Stomp and drop 10 kills. Do you know what Stompin' or Jinxie old gamer tag was? Jinxie was like O Jinxie, and then Stompin'. I think his shit was O Stompin' at one point. But the era we're talking about, like when you used to play, I don't even think Jinxie was streaming yet. And Stompin' was probably like 10 years old, bro. Probably like 12 years old. How many clients did you have? Bro, if I posted on my IG story, like, yo, I'm boosting accounts, hit me up. Bro, I could easily, like, it's like unlimited, bro. Like, anytime I need a account boosted, I can get one in like, I don't know, 5 minutes. I have one account I have to do. I told him I'll get to it next week. I was like, let me get my champion on my main account first, and then I got you. Yeah, Stompin' already played.
20 seconds, they don't have much room for error, but look at this position they found. There's a great play, getting the swing onto it. It's locked down, it has to go. The motion on pillars was huge, but they're stuck in everything. It seems fresh. There's the spray, there's the drop. There is a 1 versus 1 as Azza is down. Does Wizards know? It doesn't matter at this. They pull off anyway. They didn't know that he didn't know.
was like 1 to 3 years old, so old as but the community was so small. Yeah, because there was really no big streamers back then, bro. Like it was just like YouTubers. It was just like Bolo, Macy J, Sergio, Serenity, like those dudes. Like there was no Jinxie back then. There was no like the biggest streamer was like Bolo, Kickstar, Serenity, Macy J, King George, and like Pengu. You remember Jolly? There's a bunch of Jollies, so we're probably not talking about the same one. Is it hard to get champ these days? Nah, it's probably the easiest it's ever been. You remember Godly? Yeah. He still plays a little bit, bro. My boy was telling me whenever he needs money, he'll just hop on, like post a YouTube video, make bread real quick and dip. The godly knife. Oh yeah, remember he like used to flick to the floor knife. That was like his go-to move. Stomp played. Yeah, he won.
And well, sort of Fnatic right now. I think one of the sort of interesting spreads.
Those hinge girls be ungrateful, King. Your game 5, keep it up. I'm bound to meet one girl on there that matches my energy.
Positive big games, whereas on the side of Fnatic, they're really
How's your day been? It's been good, bro. It's been good.
Players, right? Wizard and Jags are going huge, but Starks, Deepak, and Groovy are a bit behind the curve. It shows how much of an impact some of these holds have that they've concocted, where they don't have to be on the kill game.
Yeah, I think particularly Grubby is obviously now playing as the IGL on the side of this team, so you would expect his stats to drop off. We've known him as a fragger in the past on Team Secret. Deepak, we've always known him in that second support role, more for the clutches necessarily than the actual kills. But yeah, Starks, genuinely the rookie on the screen here. He's the one who provided big numbers yesterday, and he's the one who's not particularly having a good game today. I think he's been caught out situationally a couple of times playing against this Wolves roster. Side of this round, though, Wolves have got themselves up into that middle floor to start doing vertical. They use the Aura to do that. They've not actually cleared the middle floor, so there's big retake potential for Fnatic here. As they're doing that, they're going to then try
20k for my tattoos.
It's a big game of cat and mouse for who blinks first. Will it be the players from Fnatic? Will they get caught under the vertical / the push in from Bakery? Or will they retake onto as they're up on the vertical here and catch him out first?
Well, 4 to 5, and Wolves, they have that very important opening kill, but it's what happens next. It'll be the next step in. Aura closes down above. At this point, it is just holding, waiting, and anticipating the pressure on the catch. On the side of Wedding, they're tucked in the corner. Jax does get.
Gotta stop buying Uber Eats. I'm losing all my money, bro. I am going broke off DoorDash. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I gotta stop ordering that shit. I spend so much money on DoorDash. Yeah, they stream it on Tube. It's on the Purple app.
20 seconds here, Fresh. The Vert is his leader. Has a single bolt left on that to try and drive behind the kit. There's also still a C4 from the side of Defect, so it really depends where they try and get the depot on, and they're not going to play underneath it. They've just taken them by surprise, Fresh. 2 quick kills. The Vert is all that they have. And now as they go for the plant, you're looking for 1. Jax does get the kill, but a post-plant situation. And they can now lock it down here. It's not impossible. Jax has had a great map, a great game so far. Tyrant has taken a bout of damage, and there is no utility in anyone else's pockets. Tiptoe around on the corners, ready for the spray, ready for the angle. Instead, the pings are revealing that maybe they can get a bit lucky here, but they've got to make some noise. That's the wrong kind, Wolves. Finally push it over the edge.
Hell yeah, Jake. Hell yeah, Jake. Hell yeah, Jake.
Hell of a shot call there from the Wolves side. They realized that they lost the vertical. They made a shot call to
Yeah,
walk
Danny
down that
Duncan merch.
hallway, walk down the red hallway into the site, double door, walk down long, and go and plant there. Caught Fnatic off completely by surprise. If that shot call doesn't come out, we're heading.
I gotta do a job interview, but next time you see Max, you tell him LT says hi, he'll geek. I bet, bro. I remember that. I got you. LT said hi. Alright. I'll probably see him on Thursday. He normally goes to the bar I go to on Thursdays. Get your mic issue fixed. My mic issue? What do you mean? If I lock in and do cardio for 2 weeks on a strict water diet, you think I'll lose 10, 20 pounds? I'd say 10, yeah. If you like fast and just spam the absolute living shit out of cardio, yeah, you could easily lose 10 pounds quick by the time. Daisy, I appreciate the follow. Thank you. Yo, Rome's, I appreciate the follow. You gonna finish the skeleton hand tat. Eventually, yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you, like, your fingers fucking hurt to get tattooed, so I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna do it anytime soon. But yeah, eventually I will. I'm gonna do my ribs, my stomach, my fingers. How's the hair coming in? I'm bald right now. I just got a buzz cut. I did just hop on hair loss meds though. Like I'm starting to take finasteride, so maybe by like the end of the year or like springtime, I have hair again. What is Stompin playing? He already played. Stomp's doing pretty good for Pro League. Yeah, bro. I mean, he's definitely good enough to play Pro. And he's on a good team. Like, he's on a team with a bunch of veterans that have been in Pro League for years. And he has a really good IGL. So, you know, if he kind of gets a role where he could play ops he's comfortable on and not have to, like, do too much, like, you know what I'm saying? If he can kind of, like, play freely and just help out his team, like, he'll fucking float, bro. He's been doing really good. He dropped 10 kills today. The hair shit wasn't working. Well, I stopped taking it for a while. Like, you have to take it consistently for like 6, 7, 8, 9 months to actually see results. I took it for like a month and I stopped, and I just started taking it again because my hairline is getting fucked, bro. Terrible. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna give this shit another chance. You think you'll ever have to work a 9 to 5? No. No, I work way too fucking hard, bro. Way too fucking hard to ever go back down that route. Trust me, like if let's say streaming like died for me tomorrow, I would just start grinding the absolute shit out of gym content and just do fitness coaching. Like anything social media wise where I get to work for myself and be a content creator is like what I love doing. Is Wizard playing good? Yeah, he just lost, but he top fragged on his team. I think he dropped 12. His team kind of sold him, I ain't gonna lie. I gave up. I went full ball to 27 with a headset. See, that's the route that I'm debating. I'm like 50-50. I'm gonna try the finasteride. I'm gonna try the hair loss meds. Actually stay consistent with it this time. If, you know, I don't know, like 6, 7 months from now, like if my hair just isn't getting any better, then yeah, I'm probably gonna just fucking tattoo my head. That should be sick, bro. You coach people. I have a coaching business, but not for fitness. I have one for teaching people how to get into streaming and like how to do what I do for work. I've actually never tried getting into fitness coaching. It's something I want to try out in the future, see if I can make any money off of it. Just the only thing about fitness coaching is like, I know what works for me, but could I tell somebody with a completely different build than me, completely different genetics, what to eat, how to work out, and get them the same results? I don't know. There's a lot of people that do fitness coaching and like didn't go to like school for it. Like you're just like paying like a gym bro. Like I could tell you to eat chicken, rice, and vegetables and like actually make you a meal plan and like give you like a good workout plan, but like I'm not a fucking professional. It's just all kind of from like personal experience, but like I don't know like the science and like all that shit, you know what I mean? I try to lie. I think it was the right move. The hair is colder for sure. Oh yeah, dude. I was rocking the full bald like a month ago. Like I have a buzz cut right now, but like I went full bald, shaved my head. Yeah, dude. Like when the wind hits your head, it's a little crazy. What do you have tattooed on your head, bro? Do you have like IG or something? I want to see. I want to see what you have tattooed. Poach me for what? Fitness or how to get into streaming? You think it's worth going pro in Siege? If you have zero comp experience, like you haven't played any tourneys before, I wouldn't say so. No. Like if you're actually good enough to go pro, I don't know. It depends what team you get on. If you get put on like wild card, you're not making any fucking money. If you get put on like G2, you're gonna be making some good money. Another thing too though about Pro League is like all the best teams, like the Brazilians win everything in the Siege. Like if you don't speak Portuguese, you're not gonna get put on those teams. If you're not, I think BDS speaks French. I can't remember the last time an American team actually won something. It was like the Beast Coast. They won, I think last year, and then like before that it was like 2 years ago. TSM won, or 3 years ago TSM won like the 6th Invitational. But it's been a while, bro, since the American team has actually been good. There's not a lot of money going around in North American Pro League right now. A lot of American players are going to EU. How do you get good comp stacks? Well, it's easy for me because I stream. I have the connections. For someone that doesn't have that, I don't know, to be honest with you. Did you hit champ or you going to today? I don't know. Right now I'm diamond. I have to play like another 20. I have to win like another 20 games to be champ. I haven't had anyone to play with. I tried solo queuing. It's like win one, lose one, win one, lose one. And then either I get a cheater on my team or verse a cheater. It's kind of cooked. Well, I appreciate the follow. I mean, I have this skill, but that's the thing is the money. I don't think it's worth it. Doesn't Bolo get paid 6 figs? Well, Bolo's like the one of a million because he's like a big content creator. Like Bolo's probably getting paid 10K a month on his like pro league contract. But his teammates probably only making like 2,000 or 3,000. But Bolo makes absolute bread off of like Tube, off of YT. He makes absolute bread off of the Purple app streaming. So he doesn't even, but to be honest with you, he doesn't even have to play pro league. Like he's making so much money as a content creator. He's probably just doing that shit because he actually loves to just play pro. He does it for the love of the game. Am I gonna mod the vet? I'm probably gonna just keep it stock, bro. Because I might want to trade it in the future, you know. If I mod the absolute living shit out of it, it's gonna lose value when I go to trade it in, unless I Facebook Marketplace it. Tanner, my boy Grid, I appreciate the follow. How much is it to book a call with you, a manager? It's the call is free. The only thing that costs money is if you actually like decide to work with me and get signed up. That's when money gets involved. What's good, Swerving? What are we talking about? All sorts of things, bro. Oh, Pro League. We were just talking about Pro League contracts, how much money they make. I would buy it off Facebook Marketplace. King Brad C8. I'll probably put it on Marketplace for like 60 grand when I get rid of it. How much is the course? So I was working with this team 2 weeks ago or like a month ago. The way that like the coaching industry works, bro, like have you ever seen like those dudes on IG that do fitness coaching or stocks or something, and they have like the DM me coach in the bio or DM me something? The way that industry works, they always have a team. Like when you DM them, 9 times out of 10, it's not actually them DMing you. It's like one of their employees or like someone they work with running the DMs, because they don't have time to do DMs. You know what I mean? The way these coaches work is like they'll have someone do the DMs, and then they have you hop into a call with somebody, and then they try to pitch you a sale, right? They try to get money out of you. When I was working with these guys, I let them fully take over because they work with a lot of people in the industry and they make crazy money. So I was like, I'm gonna trust whatever you guys say. They wanted to charge people $2,000, bro. $2,000 fucking dollars, and like the most I ever charged was like 1,000, and like for one-on-one coaching 1,000, and then for like the course I was doing like $200-300. But I was like, fuck it, like if that's what you guys say, I'm gonna go with it. We didn't make a single dollar. We literally didn't even make a single dollar. So I stopped working with them, and I just went back to my normal prices. I do like 300 for the course, and then for one-on-one coaching 1,000 if you want my phone number and hop into Discord calls with me and all that shit. But yeah, 2-3 grand's fucking ridiculous, bro. Am I handsome full time? The average contract in Pro League. I actually don't know the money nowadays in Pro League. If I had to guess, it's probably like 2 grand. 2-3 grand a month. That ain't bad. I'll probably hit you up. Yeah, I mean, courses have like a terrible reputation because a lot of people scam the fuck out of them. There's a lot of bad apples in the industry. There's a lot of people that just sell bullshit courses or like scam people. Mine, I have 100 videos in there. Probably like every single one's like an hour long, unless it's like a short tutorial. But like I literally break down step by step exactly what I did to go viral on IG Reels, TikTok, how I grew my following. I literally show you step by step how I edit my videos, like the softwares that I use. I show you how to use Adobe Premiere, CapCut, all that shit, and then I show you how I make my money, all different ways to make money, how to build a following, how to get viewers in your live stream. Like it's a decked out course, bro. I definitely think it's worth it if you ever want to get into it. If you have no idea what you're doing, bro, and you want to learn like everything I have in that course, I wish I knew when I started. You know what I mean? Like I'm giving you like the sauce for $200. You know what I'm saying? The call with you is free. How do I book? Well, the call isn't with me. You're gonna hop onto a call with like one of my coworkers, like one of my managers. The only way you actually hop into a call with me is if you sign up, like if you pay the money. But like the booking call, like the onboarding call is free. He explains to you how we're gonna come and help you, all that shit. He shows you like what we offer. The guy that answers the call is my editor. So like he'll show you like his accounts. He has like a bunch of those faceless like YouTube accounts and like a bunch of those faceless TikTok accounts. He absolutely makes crazy money off of that. But like the editing he uses in his videos, he uses on my account, and like his account's doing crazy views, mine does crazy views, like all that. Do I stream full time? I do. I feel you. I'll for sure hit you up one of these days. Yeah, bro. Whenever you're interested, just hit me up on IG. I don't look at my TikTok DMs. Will the one-on-one be an extra 1K on top of the 300? No, you would just owe me 700 or 800, whatever I charge you for the course. Yeah. You know your editor IRL. I don't. No, he's Australian. I have 2 different editors. One's Australian and the other one somewhere in the US. I don't know what state he lives in. I like working with my Australian editor more because I can send him the videos before I go to bed, and by the time I wake up, they're all done because like we're on 2 different time zones. So I like working with him more. And also, like, I think $1 is like damn near like $2 Australian. So like if we make 5,000 bucks, like let's say I make 5,000 off of TikTok that month, he edited every single video for me. I can give him like 1,500, and that's like damn near like $3,000 for him, and I can keep the other 3,500. That's why I like working with my Australian guy more. And he's dialed, bro. He's dialed. Like I've been working with him for like probably like almost a year now, and he hasn't switched up on me. He's always consistent, always giving me content ideas. He's a good business partner. I'm in that for the long run, you know what I mean? VP, I appreciate the follow. Do you think reselling is ethical? Reselling what? Do you think streaming / content creating is harder than a 9 to 5? I would like sitting at your actual desk streaming is the easy part. I'd say the hard part is the content creating, like actually making content, editing it, trying to like make something entertaining or valuable that people will watch. I don't think sitting here just talking to people is a hard job. It's the content creating. And then when you get to a certain point, like if you're a big enough streamer, people just clip your content for you. Like Jinxie doesn't make a single fucking piece of content. Like I just goes live every single day, you know what I mean? But unless he's like recording like a video of himself on his phone on TikTok or some shit. But like when you get that famous, bro, people will just post your content. You don't need to do the actual content creating. You just have to stream. Like that's probably the easiest shit in the world. I'm not that big yet, so every single TikTok that you guys watch, I make myself. I do the editing on it, or like you know what I mean. I go back and clip it. I edit all my gym videos, all that shit. Like, what was your following when you were like, I'm gonna do this full time? I was 19. I was a freshman in college, and I started making like 5K a month off of like streaming and content creating. I was making like 5K a month, and I was like, fuck this, bro. Like, if I'm making 5K a month with 40,000 followers, like, I'm gonna just put my absolute all into it. You post VODs? Yeah, I have to wait until the stream's over, though, to do it. Where's Shaiko? Oh, this is a completely different team. What the fuck is Shaiko? That's actually a great question. I think they just have a different team now. I think like Shaiko, like EFAC is a different. What team are they now? I think they got picked up by a different org. What up, Zan? Let me look at his Twitter real quick. It's actually a great question. He plays for Falcons now. My friend made 10K in 1 month off of Jinxie because it was when he stayed in his house during a hurricane. Jinxie gave him 10 grand for staying inside of his house during a fucking hurricane, bro. Yo, Proud, I appreciate the follow. What up, Zan? Where was that though? Like you had like 50K followers, like 100. Yeah, I was probably at like 50K. I was making probably like $3,000 a month off of Twitch, 1,000 a month off of like TikTok, and then I used to boost accounts. Like I used to play on people's accounts for money. I was probably making like another 1,500 a month off of that. But yeah, I was like cracking like 5K a month at 19. And I was like, bro, like, if I'm making 5K a month off of the internet at 19, like, why not drop out of school and just give this my all? You know what I mean? Because like a lot of my time was taken up by college at the time. I was making 5K a month, putting like 4 or 5 hours of my day into this shit. Imagine like I could put 12 into it, you know? It was good, press. BZY looks like if you were 10 Elixir. I didn't see what he looks like. Does he have a red beard? GC, I appreciate the follow.
Just the nerves, maybe. We see the potential in that team. They just need to show us that, okay, now is the time. You've got the nerves behind you. You can step up.
You sound like a real dad now.
Yo, if you guys are new to my TikTok, make sure you drop a follow, G.
Coach, you know what?
Yeah.
Maybe, just maybe.
But it truly will come with time. But if we look at these two organizations and rosters, is there a way we can compare them to each other?
Entirely different expectations. Let's compare them right now. You've got BDS, a prestigious organization with a team of 4 different staff, a combined tier 1 experience of more than 1,000 matches, the player prize money more than $500,000, their handpicked professional roster partner team that went to Reload. In front of them, 5 kids and a dream. That's the expectation right now.
BMZY. Oh, bro, I was playing ranked with him the other day, bro. I don't even know what he looks like.
And that's the word.
I want to see what he looks like.
And they could well lose it. They could well lose it. That's the
Which one is he?
Happening in a game of Siege, but they are still early on their journey.
Oh, the one in the middle?
But they've got a lot of resource into them. That coaching staff the BDS have. Liloon, Eden, Helby, Furious as well, Catwo as well as a general BDS. Like, there's so many people supporting that team on their journey that you expect it to come good at some point.
Yeah, it's the backbone of that organization being really strong against what you mentioned, the 5 kids and a dream. And I remember speaking to Boomsy during
If I like the live, does it do anything for you? It actually pushes the stream out more on the For You page. It helps me get more views. The more you comment and the more you like, it gets pushed out more.
No pressure should be on their shoulders whatsoever. But it's time for the final map veto of the day, and I would love to see a new map because we've seen so many layer games, seen a lot of clubhouse games. I'm very happy to be going to a Nighthaven maps.
Well, and that's a good news. Yeah, new map for us. Interesting to see. You've been mentioning so many times the word of phase. You know, speaking about.
I love talking about phase.
You love talking about phase at Reload. Actually, BDS played against FaZe at Reload on Nighthaven Labs. They lost, but only 5-7. It was very close. I don't know if you remember.
Very first game that they had of Reload, right?
Yeah, and they won. They showed so much potential on that map. For a while, they also played it. It was also 7-5, but this time they won it, and it was against Les Galériens. Les Galériens, that's Bibou's mix, French team, loads of talent on that roster. Just, I don't think it's quite the caliber of FaZe. So,
no.
You got Cyber, 6 Invitationals, Grand Finals, over here. People.
Yeah, oh yeah, okay. don't do my guy dirty right there.
We love people. We love people. But it's
let's
different.
chill on Bastien. Bastien might be watching us. You know, just what we're saying right now.
We love people.
BDS should be comfortable on Nighthaven Labs. They've taken
Today his debut? I don't think so, no.
World champions on it. They should be comfortable on that map.
I will say fundamentally, Nighthaven plays out a lot like
Do Hinge reviews live?
About breaching. It shows about team play, about the ability to execute
Hold on.
preset strategies and execute it.
They're yapping. Let me go on Hinge real quick. Let me see who I'm matching with. Alright, here we have Caitlyn. Little blondie, blue eyes. She hits the gym, you know what I mean? She stays physically fit. Can't complain about that. I said hey. She said hey, shawty. What do I reply with, boys? What do I reply with? I got a question with the 840s. What's up? What do I say, boys? I'll let you guys decide what I say. I'll let you guys decide what I say. Let me know. Without getting me canceled or, you know, put on the registration list, please. Ask if she's eaten any beans or corn today. That is a random question. Ask her about the recoil. See, that's how you get put on the registration list, my boy. Ask her right away, you freaky. Yeah, I like that. I like that. All right. I'm gonna be like, that smile ain't fooling nobody. I know you a freak. Yeah, that's crazy if I say that shit. Do I know Stompin'? What do you mean, like personally? Or just do I just know who he is? She called me daddy, not shawty. Ooh, I like that one. I like that one. She said, hey shawty. I'm like, I should be like, it's daddy. It's not shawty, it's daddy. Daddy gets what he wants. Whatever daddy wants, daddy gets. Ask if she knows Stompin'. Oh, that's what you mean. That's what you mean. Bet. We'll see if she responds. You ever react to viewer clips? Sometimes. If I'm on Xbox, I do, because you could just like DM me it. If I do it on Discord, like I don't have like enough like moderation settings in my Discord, y'all are gonna send me a Johnson. You know what I mean?
That's the real question. What we need is we need the reverse content where Stompin' comes to your house and interviews you.
I'd love to see
just to get the true taste of everything.
What'd you tell her? I said it's not shoddy. Call me daddy.
He's more than welcome to come and interview me if he would like.
I'm sure he would want nothing more.
I'm sure he's not jumping on the train right now, but we did have a good chat and he is a very nice guy.
It was great content. If you guys didn't see it earlier, I don't know if it's going to be replayed at some point. It's going to go on the socials. It's really, really cool. I also made a joke about you earlier that there was a graphic that was played that I said you were in. You can go back and scrub that if you like. You got a clip right there! Before the G2 game, maybe. Leo could put it in the group chat. Leo, sort it out. I think it was your graphic. Anyway. Rainbow Six Siege. Have you been casting along?
Always. That's all I do. My wife loves it. I mute the games and just cast along on my own.
Just having a good time, you know. Yeah. Just watch other people's...
I make her be the co-caster. I say, come on, Vicky, your colour's rubbish.
Vicky, let's sort it out. What do you think about the bands?
I think I mentioned it on stream yesterday after 3 days in Berlin. She looked at me really pleased with herself and said, so the attackers are trying to get inside the map. And that gave me a real barometer, bless her.
That's amazing. I brought my grandparents to Manchester, and they did not care about the final that I was casting, but they loved being in the green room, let me tell you. So that put how cool my job is into perspective. They just didn't care. Anyway, we're on labs. Do you like labs?
Yeah, I do. I love labs. I was actually talking about it today. I said it's my favourite map to play at the minute. Chalet probably still my favourite to cast, but labs is definitely up there. Yeah, I really enjoy it. I think it's a great map. What bans have we got as well? We've got a Kaid, a Mirror, we've got a double hard breach. Nothing too surprising there on the banning front. That'll probably come in those third bans after round 4.
Yeah, I think that's the sort of way we've been playing it.
How much you pay your editor? We do commission based. Like I don't pay him like a monthly salary. I give him like usually like 30-40% of what we make off of TikTok or whatever he edited for me. So like I said, like if we make like, let's say we make 10K in 1 month, I'll probably give him like 3,500. But he's Australian, so 3,500 for him or for me. If I give him 3,500, it's really like 5 grand for him.
That little sort of
Like 5.5.
chicken almost of like, look, we could use this. You hate shields. Are you gonna third ban the shield? Da 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 da. And it's just really, really like it's the start of something. What is also a start of something?
5 players
I've seen so much Brava stealing Maestro today, and
in general.
they might be able to steal
Stack,
life
let's
to
get
try and
into
put
it.
themselves towards
Number
an
number
extra
1,
ID.
have the silent.
Yeah, Brava's so
kid barely
fantastic
used,
for getting
like,
in there.
doesn't
for any
call
of
out, but
those
he
gadgets.
drops
Look
20.
at this though. We've got a
Time
bit of damage.
stopping,
Lasmo managing to
everybody,
find some
bro.
onto
Someone for number 2.
Evan, but it's going to
Get that
be
is
it.
oh,
Opens
6,
things up
he's
for us. Takes down
crying,
Robbie.
telling
That's
everybody.
going to be the Brava gun. We were just saying how much value they can get out of that operator. P4 will shut down Sneak as well. 4 versus 3 as BDS in a quick turnaround there after losing that opening
Yo, Santi, I appreciate the follow.
and get themselves on top.
It's 7K.
Very, very sharp.
What, 3,500 USD is 7K Australian?
A bit of a beachhead
No way.
for
Come on.
foothold, but
You're tripping.
becomes quite boxy before, and instead, oh, we're gonna see Wild try and widen it out. Matt,
Nah, it's like 5 grand, bro.
towards blue
I just looked it up. It's 5 grand.
Sort of back stairs here. The Wise just waiting for an approach, waiting for some of the chance of a pop, and oh, Garen, if he got that Goyo sooner rather than later, you can see the pings on it. They're sort of aware that a player might be coming up. Remember,
That is not how you spell Australia. What the fuck?
What a take from Garen all the way from the back line. They've now driven themselves in.
Is that like slang? Is that how Australians spell it?
On the moving player, P4 with the plant, the smoke forces them off. Look at their health, Tim, Freck and P4 are a step away, and with all the smoke and fire.
So, blue.
What?
There was a team kill at the end, but I'm assuming that was after Wild had got the round.
One time out.
Surely.
But then I think, but that.
Then the kill wouldn't have happened. What's just happened?
I don't know how to spell. I'm dyslexic. Oh, my bad.
It was a very abrupt. I was just going to say it was a strange end anyway, because Garen kind of sold himself on that door after getting that beautiful kill. He then strafed across on the Azami and
by the looks of it. Yeah.
I kind of was like, huh? Yeah, he was blind.
You check my recent and see if it's your style. What do you mean? Like that thing on it? Been watching for a long time. This is a new account. Love your content, bro. Thank you, Santi. How's everything, bro?
I don't know if they were already down. Evan had maybe downed somebody. Freck kills Evan, and then they both go at the same time.
Could we have the end of that round in like just like a slow mo?
We will do what we can to try and narrow that down, but BDS take the round, and they were quite fortunate there with BDS because they looked not lost, I wouldn't say, but
That's dope. That reminds me of like a Call of Duty edit.
on sort of the connector side, over by electrical and connector. And
I like how you did like the fire extinguisher. Like there's a hole in the wall and it zooms into it. That was dope.
Garen does a pretty good job of holding it down, holding down. Virtue's gonna slam Sneak. Matsman has found one back, so good trade game from Wild. 4 versus 4, but what an entry from Virtue.
Loading mag.
All right, well, immediate action here. 2 bodies off, and at this point, you're looking at the trade-off here, and the Fenrir is a bit of a blow, not being able to swap gadgetry round, but a couple of them might still be active.
Nah, I don't watch anime.
They're only getting those calls deeper and deeper in. The power of the control operator, and now
I was playing with Ghosties, a small streamer you showed love to earlier.
Worse and worse.
Oh, the guy on TikTok. I was giving him roses, right?
4-0 so far on the opening.
I'm just a gym bro. I don't play sports. When I was in high school, I played football, but I don't know. Sports aren't really my thing. I never. I tried a lot of sports. I tried baseball growing up, football in high school. I tried track. Not a big fan of running, if I'm being honest with you. Not a big fan of running. But I like lifting weights.
Big advantage for BDS then. Wild.
I just never really had like passion like that for sports. You know, if anything I have passion for, I get really, really, really good at. Like anything I actually enjoy, I get really good at because I do it so much, you know. But I never really enjoyed sports like that. I don't regret playing sports. I mean, I tried it, you know. No harm in trying things, but Gotta be smaller for fast track times or just hella lean. Yeah, like I'm not trying to be 130 pounds, no muscle, but I'm just fast when I run. Like, the only reason I did track was just to like, I'm not a very fast runner. I think my 40 time is like a 5.1, bro. I'm not fast. I'm like mid. But like I remember I did track because I just wanted to like get in shape, like get my cardio better and like work on my track form. Because every time you like when you play track, like every practice, you guys are like running hills or like you're doing like drills that work on like your running form. It's not meant for how much muscle you carry. Well, one thing too is like football speed and track speed are completely two different things. On a football field, like I was pretty fast, bro. But like running in a straight fucking line with like a timer on you, you know what I mean? Like a half a second in football isn't really a lot, you know.
Attack. But I've always said the same thing about a castle. If you bring in a castle, you've got a serious plan for those barricades, and it's got to be the same with Rower. It's not like, you know, something like a Twitch, for example. You don't need a big plan for the drones. She's always going to be used.
Jesus is good, man. God is good, baby. Fuck with the beanie, where'd you get it? At like one of those skateboard shops at the mall. Like, you know, like a Zoomies or like a Paxson, one of those. I'm pretty sure I got it at Zoomies. Or if you walk into like a Vans, any like skateboard shop, they sell cool beanies or like cool hats.
You know, you could quickly drift into an angle from outside that you might not know that they have. Instead, tucks themselves close in.
The beanie is to hide the hair. Dude, even when I had hair, I just always wore hats. I just like wearing hats, bro.
Maybe an objective focus, but you still need to get.
I feel like it adds to the fit. I never liked wearing like a t-shirt and just having my hair out. Like I always liked wearing like a hat that like goes with the fit, you know. Football coach definitely had his eye on you. Bro, my football coach was a moron, bro. This guy put me at left end. Fucking left end. I did all that weightlifting. I'm 200 pounds now, but I was still big for like being a senior in high school. I was benching like 315. I was 170 pounds. I had like the perfect like running back build because I'm 5'10". I had like the perfect running back build or like outside backer build. You know what I mean? This fucker put me at left end. I'd have to go against a 280 pound, 300 pound left tackle and just get fucked. You know what I mean? There's literally not much you can do when you're going up against someone twice your fucking size. I was right end and I'm a stick. Yeah, so you know my pain, bro. You know my pain. Like yeah, sometimes you could beat them with your speed, but 9 times out of 10, they're just stronger than you, bro. Like they're gonna get a hold of your pads or like grab you, and there's not really much you could do. You should watch rugby big hits and compare rugby to football. True. I got you after this game. I want to watch this game, and I'll do that after this, and then I'll hop on Siege till like midnight. End is crazy. You had to go to a small school. No, I literally went to the biggest school in Connecticut. There was 4,000 students, bro. Our football team was actually a fucking joke, bro. Like, there's 4,000 students, and I live in a city. There's tons of like there's every race, bro. There's every race. You know what I'm saying? So you have like literally the dream like opportunity to build like an absolute fucking 95 Bulls type of team, you know what I mean? We didn't have a kicker. You're telling me you can't find one kid off the soccer team, some random Ecuadorian kid to kick a fucking field goal? Football, soccer ball, same fucking shit. You know what I mean? Like, can't find one Dominican kid to fucking kick the football? I don't know. That shit got me tight, bro. We had a 14-year-old on quarterback because we had 2 quarterbacks that were supposed to play. One of them quit because his main sport was like baseball. He got a baseball scholarship, and he didn't want to get injured for football. playing football, so he quit football, and we had no fucking quarterback. So we had this other kid, and then he got fucking arrested like 2 weeks before our season started, bro. He got caught. He got a DUI, got caught with like a pound of za, and like he had I think, an unregistered firearm in his car, and like he couldn't play sports. He wasn't eligible after that shit. So we had a 14-year-old kid throwing the fucking football for us. So yeah, that shit was, I don't know, that was a nightmare. I'm over here playing left end, getting fucked because every left tackle I go against is twice my size. Like, that shit was an absolute joke, bro.
Still this great close down of information. Robbie on the Deimos. On this map, the Deimos is just cut above a lot of other operators. There's so much you can play with across 2 stories of destruction. Now, there's a couple of angles they're pre-aiming up to, and you can hear they heard something. They want the fight. They're basing the swing almost with the crouches and the movement, seeing what angles they can try and pull ahead up, and a bit of a standoff here. Garen, we know he's good at the engagement, sees the foot, and Robbie tries to pepper back through, but this is all time being taken away out of the Deimos' playbook, so they move off.
Hey, I'm gonna be talking about 5 types of. Hey, I'm gonna be talking about 5 types of players. Right, I played Texas ball. I have to go against 6'8", 400-pound guys. Yeah, and they're fucking committed to an SEC school, a Big Ten school. Yeah, that's fucked. That's fucked, bro.
Without any coverage, and it will get the wall open just the same. In goes the Bravo drone as well, going to try and grab out that bulletproof cam, but not going to be successful. Bulletproof cam, of course, remember, having those EMP blasts, so able to defend itself from the Bravo charge. Now, this is an interesting one. Lasmo is underneath. See him using the book quite often, and he's just going to be trying to find those verticals, but most importantly, what he will also do, it's not necessarily about getting the kills, it's about taking away those safe spots from the defenders, forcing them to move around, forcing them out of their first choice position, maybe even their second choice, and put them on the back foot.
Down in the distance, Virtue goes, and now as they swing onto the site, catches a bit of the smoke, but not the full blow. Instead, they move in, get the swing, the pre-fire on the position, he's below you! Oh,
What just happened?
that was almost a bit of a slippy moment.
Like, our school should not be playing a top 10 school in the nation. Bro, that's what happened to me. I don't know why. I think it's because our school is the biggest one in Connecticut, but we suck, bro. I don't think our school has had a positive winning season in like 20 years. But I think it's because we're the biggest school. We get put in the same. There's like 5 different divisions for high school football in Connecticut. We get put in the best one. I'm not even fucking with you. I think my school is like ranked top 200 in Connecticut. Like, we're dog shit. We had to verse the number 1 fucking team the first game of the season. 2 games later is like the top 3 team. Like, bro, like, for the fucking, like, how many games are in a season? Like 10? 4 of the fucking teams we verse are like top 10 in the state. So, like, we're guaranteed losing all those fucking games. Yeah, like, bro, it was tragic. It was actually tragic. I went to a live yesterday. They were saying you were his cousin. Who? My school is 6A in football. Look up 6A Texas schools. 6A Texas schools. Yeah, you're fucked, bro. Bro, I just looked up a roster, bro. Every kid looks like he plays D1 football. These are grown-ass men. Grown-ass men. Grown-ass men. Yeah, fuck that, bro. What up, Jose? Yeah, fuck that, bro. Talking about 5 types of. Fuck that. Texas football is different. Literally breed to play football. Bro, yeah, Texas football, Florida, and like California are like nasty. What state is IMG Academy in? Is that Florida? his name was Kaysen. I was like, do you play with anyone? He was like, yeah, Brad, he's my cousin. I'm like, oh, I know him. He's my friend in a small world. I don't have a cousin named Kaysen. Show me him, though. Show me him. Holy fuck. Show me him, though. I want to see what he looks like. What's his TikTok? I'll look him up. Say, I appreciate the follow. Florida? Yeah, dude. One of the kids I versed. We versed this school called, fuck, it's in Newark. Iona Prep. I forget what they're ranked football-wise, but they're nasty, bro. And, we had a scrim against them. And one of the kids I had to fucking go up against was like a 5-star, like, Ohio State commit or like a Georgia commit, I think. This kid was nasty, bro. He's like 6'3", 200-pound corner, like / wide receiver. I knew he's nasty because he had dreads and it's like split dyed. Half his hair is black, the other side is like blonde. I'm like, yeah, this kid is nasty at football. And I was playing outside backer at the time, and this guy absolutely fucking cooked me on like an out route or like I forget what the fuck he ran. He was like the inside receiver, and he ran like an out route and absolutely cooked me on it. And then he ran a slant. It was over, bro. It was over. You went against David? Oh, fuck that. Fuck that. I forget what that dude's name is. Let me see if I could look him up. I forget that guy's name. Ellis Robinson 4 is his name. Ellis Robinson 4. Ellis Robinson. Yeah, this guy, when I versed him, he went to Iona Prep, and then I think his senior year he went to IMG. Yeah, but he went to IMG after. Yeah, this guy's fucking nasty, bro. I look at this shit. Look at this shit. This is who the fuck I had to cover during a scrim. I had to cover this guy during a fucking scrim. He absolutely cooked the shit out of me, bro. Cooked the living shit out of me, bro. I had to play against Bijan Robinson in high school. That's a running back, right? Am I tripping? That's the Falcons running back. Yeah, fuck that, bro.
I think that is a lamp.
Yeah, that shit was cooked, bro. I was playing outside backer. We used to run a 3-4 defense. I'm playing outside backer, and I had to play zone. And this kid just kept running he kept running hitches and out routes and just absolutely cooking the shit out of me, bro. Literally cooking the absolute shit out of me. You played college football? Nah. No. I didn't even want to go to college, so let alone playing a sport in football or a sport in college is crazy. Bro, football beats the shit out of you, bro. It's not like playing baseball, like playing lacrosse. It's not like playing soccer. Like, football, bro, like, you're going to crack some ribs. You're going to jam every finger. Probably get 10 concussions. Like, football will beat you up, bro. He plays for the Bills now. Oh. You guys know Tiki Barber? I had to play against his son. He had a son named AJ Barber. I had to play against him. One of my games. And he played receiver. That kid was fast as fuck, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I could see you as a lax player, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think lacrosse is so fucking boring. Imagine having to play against Tatum in high school. Imagine having to go against Derrick Henry in high school. You just have a 240-pound, 6'3" running back running at you every single play. You played on the same team as an NFL player. True. Yeah, one of my homies, one of the homies that was on my team, he plays for the Raiders now. But I mean, dude, like that kid literally has like the perfect like left end, right end build. That guy's like, what how fucking tall is he, bro? He's like 6'7" with long ass arms. He went to, what school did he go to? He went to Minnesota. They got him on that diet plan, probably bulked up 50, 60 pounds, probably put 200 pounds on his bench. Now he's an absolute demon. Bro, imagine he starts JT. Like he has Max Crosby on the right and Jaws on the left. That'd be fucking tough, bro. That'd be sick. I forgot Jaws in the NFL, bro. Good for him, man. I mean, we saw that coming. Like that kid literally has like the perfect build. Look up Byron Washington. Byron Washington. Holy fuck, that is a big boy. That is a big boy. Bro, is he a left tackle? Is he a guard? What does he play? That is a big boy. Holy shit. Yeah, you are not getting around that guy respectfully. Dude, I wish I played running back and had this guy blocking for me. Holy shit. Wow. I heard Crosby brings him to practice. He got the captain's approval already. That's a W, bro. Now that'd be sick, bro, having Crosby on the right, Ja on the left, and they just got that running back, bro, Gene T. Like the Raiders might be nice this year, low key. Like a nice little 5-5 season, 6-4 maybe, 4-6, but I don't see them going like 1-8 or getting shit on like they did. Streaming your full-time job, yeah, I make internet money. Like streaming and content creating is a lot of my income. I have a coaching business. I make a lot of money off IG. There's a few ways. There's a lot of ways I make money, but like I'd say 70% of it is from streaming and content creating. I don't know what that is, Voller. What is that? The Raiders gotta stay away from the DUIs. Oh yeah, yeah, that sucks, bro. That guy had a lot of fucking potential. A lot of potential. He was a solid receiver. He definitely threw his career away, threw his life away. What I don't understand, bro, is like if you're gonna drink and drive, just drive like a fucking normal person on the way home, bro. Just drive like a normal fucking person. You know what I mean? Go the fucking speed limit. No music. Eyes on the fucking road, okay? If you're gonna fucking do it. This guy was going like 140 miles per hour in a fucking V8 sports car, and I don't know, like just you fuck around, you find out, bro. You make stupid decisions, you get stupid results. You know what I mean? I've never once in my life like been drunk and been like, yeah, I want to go 160 miles per hour in my fucking car right now. Like, what is wrong with you, bro? I be trying my best not to get caught. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Some people can have a few drinks and drive perfectly fucking fine, okay? It really depends on the person. I'm not gonna lie to you. Some people can have a few drinks and drive A-okay. Some people, they drink and just become a fucking vegetable. Like, if you're the type of person where you drink and you do stupid shit, you just have like awful decision making, don't get in a fucking car, bro. If alcohol is kind of one of those things that just kind of help you relax, but you can like still use your fucking brain and have proper motor functions, then you go the fucking speed limit. You'll probably be okay, bro. Don't drink and drive though. But I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? Who the fuck drinks 10 shots of tequila and goes, I want to go 150 miles per hour right now? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
And that just goes to show they're running right headlong into BDS, who are punishing them. They're inside, they're in control. The diffuser's going down him.
I mean,
We're stomping. I forgot to change my title. That game was like 2 hours ago.
For his tally on the back, but they're just going to stick the kid on the far side and cover one side, and he's not going to make it in time. We are in.
The ones that get rowdy and try to fight everyone are mad annoying too. Ah, dude, I know a few people like that. I had a homie like that, bro. Chillest guy you ever fucking meet, but when he drinks, he just like he used to drink and like this whole other side just comes out of him, bro, that you never see. Like he just like always be talking shit to people and just like he would like slap you, you know what I mean? And like, he just wants to go up to every girl and talk to him. I'm like, dude, when you drink, you become a fucking asshole. I'm like, you should probably just stick to like hitting the bud. I'm like, when you smoke, you're a great guy. You're fun to hang around. When you drink, you become an asshole. I don't really like hanging out with you when you drink. My go-to drink right now, I was just sipping a Sun Cruiser. These are what a Twisted Tea should have been. Like Twisted Teas are nasty, bro. Like, yeah, it tastes like iced tea, but there's just too much alcohol in it. It just kind of tastes gross. These are actually nice, bro. You don't really taste the alcohol in it. It just tastes like iced tea. Yeah, Stompin' won. Dropped 10 kills. He had a good game. Twisted motherfucking tea, brother. Twisted tea, brother.
It was an interesting discussion we had yesterday because I think it was Secret's timeout that we saw. You know, just because the coaches make a suggestion, or ultimately it comes down to the players.
Yo, should I shotgun one right now? Yo, someone drops a Galaxy, I'll shotgun one. By the way, if you guys are new to my TikTok, make sure you drop a follow.
Twister came in, great knowledge of the game, and I'm sure the players respect that, but kind of pointed out a few things, and maybe we should bring this, maybe we should bring that, and the players kind of went with the decision of no, we're not really going to lean into that, and they went.
I should shotgun one. All right, yo, if someone drops a Galaxy, I'll do it. Or if someone gives subs in my stream, I got you. I'm a businessman. I'm a businessman. You ever thought of influencer boxing? Dude, if I'm not even trying to be cocky when I say this, but like, if I fought another streamer or like another influencer, I'd probably fuck them up. Unless I went against like Bradley Martin or some shit, like they put me against like a big bodybuilder dude. But like when I think Jinxie did that shit. Jacob, I got you in 2 seconds, bro. Let me just finish what I'm saying. Jinxie did that like Siege streamer boxing tourney, and like everybody in my chat was like, "You should have been there, bro." Imagine I went against like I fought Jinxie, or I fought fucking Mingo, or I fought Richie. Like, there's like a 60-pound difference, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I think the only fair fight would have been Skype, but I don't know. I don't think that's a fair fight. Brad on Brad. Yeah, but Bradley Martin is 4 inches taller than me, 5 inches taller than me, and there's a 60-pound difference. Like, I'm getting fucked. If you find someone that's 200 pounds, I'll fight them. So it's even.
And it's difficult for Lasmo from here with that kill coming in to be able to have any real impact because he's on his own and he knows he's going to be challenged from his left-hand side if he pushes too far in from Aqua Corridor. So it's actually really nice from Wild.
Yeah, but the bodies have started to fall back here. BDS just locking in, locking it down. Lasmo's forced away again. He's still putting the pressure onto this position. He's still drawing them over. You can see that Garen has tucked himself to a slightly different angle. He wants to go for the swing. He's protected from the hop-in by the Frostmat. And at this point, as the push drone rolls around, causes some problems, and ooh, just narrowly gets in and gets rid of the mute jammers. That should be pressure onto the wall. Hallow says the blitz, and Hallow says 2 of the players. In the meantime, the site is being smashed open. They've decided here, Tim, to hyper-focus the blitz and get rid of the problem.
Yeah, Lasmo's really doing his job over there, taking a lot of this focus. He really wants this kill. He sees that the man is down, keeps going for him. Who is going to win it out? The blitz is still on his feet somehow, but Matt manages to take him down with a shotgun. It's 1v1 though, this is still doable. Virtue, he's going to try to put this diffuser down. I think he might have time. Matt is not going to move quick enough, and now he finds himself with Virtue, guns up, flashbangs flying out. Virtue gets the final kill, and that's a little bit unfortunate. unfortunate for Wild. I like how they dealt with the blitz at top accurate. It took them maybe
Alright, let me go shotgun real quick.
to do so, but they focused in, they got it done. But ultimately,
The G2
Lasmo
play
got a
already?
job, and
Yeah.
it acted as that magnet. It took all that attention, and BDS were able to pick up the kills when people tried to move back into position.
I mean, that's just experience right there from the side of Virtue. He knew where he needed to be. It was great play from, obviously, the rest of the team. Lasmo drawing the attention, as we said, but also against them. You complimented Wild on their positioning, the way they stepped back into it. They were starting to have these sharp moments, but it is just pulling things slightly further and further away from them here because experience trumps a lot of different situations, and Virtue has a lot more of that than probably this whole lobby put together in some regards. Just this, I mean, it fully drew the player out and it allowed them the time, the seconds to go for it. Sneaked huge work holding on here on this side, but
Such a nice shot to finish that off as well. You can't understate the difficulty of hitting that with that weapon. Beautiful stuff from Virtue. Like you said, just that experience coming to the fore there, not rattled in the 1v1. So it comes down now to BDS's defense. We're going to have Demos and Buck taken off the board for the attackers. I think that's really smart play from BDS. So much vertical possibility, both in basement and top floor here. A lot of soft surfaces that can be used, and both of those operators obviously key when it comes to doing that. Wild, by contrast, they're going to take away the Electro Bros. Kaid and Bandit will be banned out, and that's going to mean that they should be able to get in there and get those walls open nice and quickly. There shouldn't really be any problem for time for them. That shouldn't be a factor. It's about positioning themselves well and getting the utility cleared so they've got the space for an execute.
how much more of this game can Wild get their teeth into here? 5-1. And they've been able to get a couple of moments, a couple of lockouts, but it's just this sort of objective game that's evaded them because BDS have had it on lock. And here, a bit of an early burst, but look at the return, the response from Lasmo. Freck as well, getting one of his own. Evan does find the head of Virtue, playing silly games. What do you win, Tim?
You win silly prizes, and Wild, unfortunately, were going for the big rush there. They were trying to copy up what BDS had been doing previously, take that aggression back to them, kind of return to sender. You know, we can bring it just as much as you can, but BDS were ready for it.
My bad, my dad was talking to me. Yo, Jacob, you still in here, bro? That's for you.
3 players on that mid floor. They have not stacked sides at all, really, until this point in the round when they've already got the damage done.
One eye open when I'm sleeping.
It was just really well
One eye.
Right time, able to close that down, and as soon as Boomsy goes down on the blitz and gets taken out, you know that Wild are probably in for a rough ride.
Well, at this point, a minute 30, they have the hard breach possibilities if they want to get something open, but think about what they would need to get a plant down here on the ground floor. You need the cover of anyone that's going to swing on the player, but you also need the vertical. So how do you try and get those two things together? Well, like this. Set up with the shotgun, but without the bucket, it's a much tougher job. The breach is put together, and they can just watch this from cams. They can watch this from distance. They could go for the vertical
Holy
retake
shit.
if they wanted, but really, they just have to find a way to
Dog
slip
percentage,
past
I
the
think
single
those are
individual
6%, 5 or 6%.
Can they get the angle on that?
It's like a twisted T.
No, here's the
Really
answer.
difficult to find the bulletproof cameras. The angle to get in behind them can be really tough if you're not.
The alcohol gets the gains.
Depends
Depends what you drink.
We've got Robbie, no surprises to see him getting out into the map. It's P4 going to pick up mats, and that leaves Evan all alone. Tough start to EML yesterday. I feel like he's had more of an impact today. He's been going a little bit better. Manages to find the first, but Robbie is there for the late trade. BDS move themselves onto match point.
I'm not going to say it's
Twisted motherfucking T, brother.
This was a game that BDS
You straight tequila.
to win, right?
That shit will put some hair on your chest.
You know, they had a start yesterday, and it wasn't quite what they wanted to do. It was 4-7 against Secret, a team that is often
Oh, you been working out for?
heralded as being one of
6
the
years.
best, if not in some people's opinion, at times the best team in this region. And then here, it just shows how much the opponent can sort of affect it. Wild, they've had a couple of moments, they've had a couple of these little sort of pulls from it, but not quite able to match the pace put ahead of them. Back on the blitz, this time with a Blackbeard and a Carly for now. I don't really know what the expectations is from there, and it's not stuck, so...
More macro friendly, true. I'm bulking right now, bro, so, you know, a few beers, a few twisted teas won't hurt me. More carbs, baby, more carbs. that shit will get me the 455 bench soon. Dude, I bench 440, Zach. 440. I'm 15 pounds off 455. If I bulk up like another 10 pounds, I could probably hit that shit. Or if I go in on like a really, really good day where like I just slept really good, I ate a shit ton of food last night, I guarantee I could probably hit it.
Points behind those teams that are making a move for mid-table, maybe competing for those same sorts.
What's good, Grib?
Place that you might have your eye on. You know, if you've come in here
20 beers is 20 G's of protein. Let me see if these drinks have protein in it. Where's the oh shit.
At this point, no more chances of mistakes not going unpunished at this late hour. It's going to be tricky. And as Matt is the first,
There's no
Ying, they lose a big
2 grams of protein, boys.
Still got the blitz, you still got Dockerby, you
Oh no, I'm tripping. Zero grams of protein. 0 grams of protein. I'm tripping.
Make things happen. At this point, you look at the lineup on the left, and it's just people that want a gunfight, right? You're playing with the Ella, you've got the goo mines, the Fenrir. They want people to swing corners so they can just swing them back. They're not going to sort of sit on their laurels here. I think BDS are fully confident in that gun game and that pressure game, and they're hoping to get more of it.
And on top of all of that, you know, on top of facing up against these players, like you say, that are keen for a gunfight, you've also got to deal with the EDD traps of the cap can as well. You've got to make sure you're fully drawn in, not taking too much time about it, but that you're not neglecting that due diligence and just walking on into those traps. Now, Wild have gone in to take top floor control and have been able to do it, so they can start thinking about some verticality towards that. They are a little limited in terms of utility to do that, and they have lost the Ying, which is always going to be a big part of your execute. Get the Dokkaebi call going, get the Candelas in, and then you push forward with the blitz to try and get the diffuser down. That's going to be obviously not possible in the same way now, so Wild maybe need to create that bit of space by using the vertical.
With less than a minute left, they find their first, their trade back here on towards this round, and P4 is gone. That's a good removal here. Even better if they still had the Ying, but beggars can't be choosers at this point, and they're going to be begging for the second. Just steadily putting the pressure here on towards Freck. He's more than happy to exist in the middle of it. He has some cover and some support. Garen, though, he's a gunner, and he gets the first. Does he know about the second, how close they are? There's the spray through that sort of says yes, but it's Boomsy that takes the next bit of damage, but Garen still on the tear as before. There's Virtue finding the man in the middle, though. The one with the kit. The Blitz is about to hop over the side of him, and there's the spray, the cover. He wants him to make the heavy bit of motion, but he's already prepared for it. A 1 versus 3. Look at the timer. There's the swing, the movement from Lasmo. They got the kit. They're going for the plant. He knows exactly where they are, but Garen guarantees
Smoke Za. Sometimes. I bench 195, I weigh about 165, W.
To be a superstar of this team over the last couple of days.
If you get bench more than you weigh, that's a W.
Continuing it there, nice cover to allow his teammate to continue extending that timer for him until he can find that final kill. And Wild managing to
happened to the OG blue chair. It fell apart, bro. It broke on stream. I was sitting in stream and my chair literally broke on me. It snapped on stream, man. I sat down in it and it just took its last breath.
From now, because BDS are going to head up to that top floor. They've then got basement available after that if Wild manage to win another. So yes, it's a great round for them. It brings us back to 6-2, but certainly not out of the woods yet.
I think that's the main drive of it, right? At this point, if you're looking at the site, as I said, it's not really the first pick for most teams. It's not really where teams really want to go. They have options, and the options are just going to open back up based on the ones that they've already found success on. Here is a great place to lock it out for the side of BDS. Wild, everything is always going to be up to the wire. They've got the Ying swapped round. This time it's going to be met with the Blackbeard with the shield. Loading new magazine. But can this be a moment for them to really make a mark here. The team from those qualifiers against a first opponent they could take a win.
It's interesting Matt's bringing the Blackbeard along this time as well. It's been a lot of blitz so far. We're at a point now where BDS might consider banning a shield before the next round, before round 4. When that next ban comes in, I kind of think there's not much value to it, not much
Yo, Brad,
value.
someone promoted some of my
Shortlist
TikToks. Do you
by bringing the
think that
Blackbeard,
shit
it's
fuck with
kinda like sending a
algorithm on
message
other
saying, yeah,
vids?
you want to ban the blitz next round if you're thinking
You gotta
about it.
like give me more context. What do you mean?
So maybe this is like a little bit of a mind game from WoW.
What's
If
good, Cody?
you're playing BDS towards a different ban, and then they'll just keep on bringing the blitz. BDS, I think it probably is an idea to just take
It's not looking too hot.
Still around to play before then. Maybe it
Looking
doesn't
like BDS's
even
game.
get to that banning phase if BDS are able to lock this down. They've taken us up to the top floor.
That was Skep.
Looking to see where Wild are pushing from, and particularly if they are using multiple angles here. I never like an attack on top floor that comes all from one side. Like a bit of aqua pressure, like a bit of connector pressure. Like to mix it up a little bit. P4 nearly mixing himself up there, just about getting through the
P90 or MP5? MP5 all the way, my boy.
Running past the Blackbeard that is
All the way.
effectively punching open the rest of the window. They had an angle, they weren't holding it. What a gift of timing. The C4 though doesn't quite get anybody. What are they planning here? That one.
Oh, wow. I don't know how he got a double kill. That should have been a double kill. That should have been a double kill, bro.
Not even a foot to the right. It sails straight past that screen and gets 2 of them. But as it is, it just catches the corner of that concrete screen and saves the pair of them. That is huge for Wild.
That's some great quality concrete. Well, very well.
I have not, Skep, have not.
Stood up to the test there.
That stood up. That was worth the value here. I mean, everybody's still standing though, and although they've had a blessing there, they've still got to try and find a way to.
Wow, good shot. Wow, GG's. GG's. Azami just won them the round, bro. GG's. Good aim, Freck.
Some huge moments before, but here, cracking their way past Kiba barricades. Some of the work done, but not a huge amount. Just gonna hope and go for the swing.
Oh, like you paid the coins, like you paid like money to promote your video, is what you're saying?
Left to keep Wild fighting. There's at least 10 seconds, 3 more to find. And he's not gonna find any. BDS put this one over the edge.
Freck really winning the round for them there. Absolute beautiful double. That'll be in the highlight package without a doubt. Hits one and then flips a 180 to catch the one at the top of Warehouse Steps. Absolutely beautiful stuff. And then Robbie King.
I'm gonna probably hop on Siege. I think that's the last Pro League game for the day, unless there's one more after this. I don't know. You want me to hop on Siege or watch one more game? Could I solo one of these teams? Whatever you think, bro, is the right answer to that question. Might chalk this account and restart since I want to switch niches anyways. I would definitely keep posting on, like, I have multiple accounts on TikTok. But yeah, like, you should have a different account for a different niche. Like, I don't really post fitness videos a lot on my main account. I made a different account for TikTok. Like, each, you know, if you're gonna have multiple niches, you should have like one account for each one instead of just posting like mixed content, if that makes sense. But yeah, I wouldn't do that TikTok. I wouldn't do the TikTok promote shit. I've just heard terrible things about it. Like, they don't even really push your videos out like that, and it just fucks up your account. It's a waste of money. So, any videos you post, I would just let your account grow naturally. We watching Pro League. Rugby reacts. Yeah, I got you. Let me look it up. NFL hits versus rugby hits.
Chevy Equinox EV helps give you peace of mind with advanced safety and driver assistance features such as reverse automatic.
Tackle fair. Timing was good.
Oh. Dude, he just got killed. What camera did I use? Logitech Brio. Damn, he got hit hard as fuck, but got up right after. I don't know. What do you think is worse, rugby or NFL, man? I've never played rugby, so like I don't know what it feels like to get hit without pads on. I will say though, like, yeah, you're wearing a helmet and shoulder pads, but bro, you still feel that shit. Trust me. I feel like sometimes, bro, if you get hit in a certain spot, like I remember, like when I used to play, your shoulder pads don't really protect your lower body, like your lower body's exposed, or like if you get hit in the ribs. There was times where like I hit someone's like helmet with my knee, or I get hit in the ribs with like their helmet. That shit sucks, bro. Oh. What position? I played dude, this fucker put me at left end, bro. I played like outside backer my whole life. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, rugby's looking more savage. And you constantly have to take hits every possession. Oh! Dude, that Camp Chancellor hit is nasty. What up, Grat? What up, Spaz? Dude, like those like Samoan like rugby players. I wouldn't want to get tackled by a 280-pound Samoan dude. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. Rugby's looking a lot worse. Is there another game on, or is that it for Pro League?
Welcome back on the EML broadcast for one more time today. And I'm glad you stuck with us through that break because there's still so much to talk about. We have the interview, the post game, but we have to talk about BDS. They looked better as a team. They were a big.
Danny Dunk T Fire. Free setup, bro. Camera do I use? A Logitech Brio. What up, Alex? Alex, what is that? I don't know what that is. Oh. Yo. Hop on Siege. I will after these games are over. I think that might have been the last one. I'm not sure. Anyone watch Pro League? Was that the last game on for today? Anybody know? The Pro League live muted type shit. That's the last one. All right, but I'm gonna hop on Siege. You still got the vet, yes sir. I daily it right now. What's good, Crop? Yeah, I appreciate the follow. How can I get better at PC Siege? Do I just gotta keep playing? Yes, sir. That's literally the only way to get better at the game is just by playing it. My rank now? I think I'm diamond. I don't know. I haven't played ranked. I'm trying to find a stack. See if anyone's on. I'm about a strike pack. How much do those go for? They're 50 on Amazon. Really? But it's just the same shit as a Cronus. It's just like recoil macros, like the rapid fire shit. They don't really work though. No. Doesn't really help recoil, so then why do people use it, bro? I'm about to hop on Siege. I'm trying to find people to play with. Is there any other like PC streamers live right now? Uzi, Skittles. They're on console.
I am. Good or bad?
Mingo and them are on console. Is there any PC streamers live? Is Ice Cold?
Here? Yeah, just I got a sleeper body build right here. My beastie white skin.
Being Brad for president. Yo, I'm gonna end my TikTok stream for a bit. I'll go live again when I hop on Siege, like whenever I find people to play with. If you guys want to keep watching, I'll be live on Twitch. I'm gonna keep the Twitch live stream up, but I'm gonna end the TikTok.